Every female that I've hung out with that plays a song from Scorpion, Jaded is their like magnum opus.
Someone said somebody name a Drake song that would embody black struggle. That already was debunked by you.
But remember when Future started making music for women?
Yep,
When he was with
love
Sierra?
and affection.
And did you see how he blew up off of that? Because the women could relate.
He said on Her Loss, he said, jump on a feature, make a label feel like they need you. For real. I literally, me being adjacent to you is going to make them want to come bring you in their office. He literally put it on a song.
That's exactly.
Okay. He's dropping Drake quotes like Bible verses. Typically, what comes with the light skinned man is this. What comes with the dark skinned man is this. What comes with the
Those
African
are
is
called
this.
stereotypes.
So what comes?
Yes.
With,
No. We stereotype.
Hold up, do you okay.
What comes with?
No.
What's good, TPA podcast? It's your boy Tion, and I'm back with the guy himself.
It's your boy Big Holla. Y'all already know we got a special a guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Top hater, you know.
Chief hater.
You know what? The damage that Kendrick Lamar has done to the world, we are celebrating hatred.
It's crazy.
Let me explain something to y'all.
We're literally celebrating.
Kendrick didn't get nothing rolling for me. The ball was not rolling because of Kendrick.
Oh, you hated
So you've
Drake
been a
before?
Drake hater.
Let's not.
All right,
you know what?
Charlemagne, no bulletproof.
Oh my gosh.
So okay, I gotta ask because I had a conversation a few days ago with a young lady, and I was like, "What is it about Drake that you don't like?" Because I was playing Drake, and she was like, "He's such a culture vulture." What is it for you, man? Why do you not like Drake?
Let me explain something to y'all.
Please explain.
Let me explain something to y'all. Look.
Because
What song do I even start with? What era do I start with, right? I should probably even Google the eras. This man, he's basically, okay, so like, I saw something that was like, I don't even know where to start.
No, go ahead.
go ahead.
It's such a fun topic.
let's
Tell us where the hate stems from. Because I'm not going to lie. There was an era I didn't like Drake. But I don't think I didn't like Drake. I just didn't enjoy music in that era. Because I started in the workforce.
Yeah.
So then, like, I didn't have time to, like, sit down and consume music.
Yeah.
So when, if you're reading this, Too Late dropped like a couple months into me having a job. And I didn't have time to sit and digest it. So I was like, and I kind of didn't like it, right? Revisiting it, banger. But, you know.
Certified hit.
Okay. When? He said when. I became a Drake disliker.
Okay.
Disliker.
When, like specifically not like Drake, was when CLB, around that time, CLB like 2021.
Okay.
The Kanye beef? Like it was around that time.
Sir, who
He
beef?
do like Kanye.
That was a Kanye beef. That was when Kanye was beefing with
I
Drake.
didn't even know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just the project of Certified Lover Boy.
Okay.
Him being 38 or 40 something and still trying to be a player. Like, I just feel like
Hold on, you have it confused. That's Future. I don't even Drake's like
You do
Future,
like Future?
is a player.
but he's
There's
40.
a difference.
Hold up, so
He's not trying to be
Hey,
a
look,
player.
The goalpost.
Future is a player. Future is a player. He's not trying to be. Future's staple is Mr. Bitches, and this is the problem, right? The girls are going. They can agree and see and hear that he blew up off of a meme of him being toxic. Like that. That's
He didn't blow up off of that.
Well, he blew up again and again.
Yeah.
And it's a reoccurring thing with virality. But Drake does not reinvent himself with virality because he's that guy. He reinvents himself with virality with being corny. Look at Hotline Bling. That shit has billions of views on
Hold
on
up. So
YouTube.
being cool, the reason why Taylor Swift is renowned as the greatest woman pop star is because she's herself.
Yeah.
Anybody can be themselves. The reason why Beyonce cannot sniff her influence, okay? I love Beyonce. Beyonce cannot sniff Taylor Swift's influences because Beyonce is so meticulous in the performance. I want this to be perfect. Everybody can't be Beyonce.
I like that
but
he knows that.
But anybody can be Taylor Swift.
I like that he knows that.
It's a fact.
So Drake doing you used to call
anybody-
me on your. Anybody can do that.
Literally.
But backpack in the backpack in the backpack in the breath control. Everybody can't do that. So some people are gonna be like, it might sound okay, but I don't do. I want to indulge in a bunch of stuff that isn't something I'm
It's not me.
obtaining?
Okay. So you're talking about ability here, right? Okay. Drake is an amphibian. I don't hate him for that. His ability, matter of fact, the top quality of a living being, not even just humans, a living being is being able to adapt.
Right.
That's the top quality of any living being, adaptability. So Drake being able to sing, rap, I'm not knocking him. Most of my favorite personal artists that y'all don't know can do all the above. They can sing, rap, and all that, right? I'm not really sweating on dancing because I'm not a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you can do a backflip. I don't care about that. That's the little, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown fans.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more so like, as a music creator, as a creator, period, I need something that's not only going to stimulate me, but it's going to inspire me. Have y'all ever played a song, right? And y'all played this song 80 times and you still aren't annoyed by it?
Yeah.
Drake's
Bro,
entire catalog.
Drake is not that person for
But you got to think, though, when you have a small fan base like Kendrick, it's easy for me to give you, or other artists, Future. In comparison to Drake, Future has a small fan base.
Okay.
Because he can make 12 songs that I can listen to and say, it sounds like one album.
Yeah.
And say, okay. But say I got a audience over here and an audience over there.
Yeah.
So I become a buffet. When you go to the buffet, everybody's pleased when they leave because there was something for
Get
everybody.
what you want, yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Exactly. But then you have some restaurants like In-N-Out, you got two options. Burger, fries. That's it.
I got a question.
What's up?
This argument is very relative, but why is Five Guys so popular?
What do you mean by popularity? What do you mean?
Why does everybody esteem Five Guys to be this? There are other burger places that I've tried that are actually better than Five Guys. But why? Why is their
The
brand?
branding.
Yeah.
But why is the branding? It's just red checkers. Ain't nothing special about it. But why though?
I wouldn't consider Five
I
Guys
don't
like
even think that's
popular
like
though.
yeah. Like that's for a specific.
This is why I
it's for a
began by
specific-
saying relative. It is relative because
Yeah.
y'all niggas are
Well,
probably.
we're talking about mega like establishments.
Give me another burger place then. Fuck it. Give me somewhere like that everybody esteems so like wow.
Chick-fil-A.
Burger though. They sell
Oh,
chicken.
burger.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
yeah,
burger.
You got McDonald's.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
The Big Mac
Okay.
and the Whopper are way more famous
Than
than
a Five Guys
the Five
burger.
Guys burger.
Okay.
I know
okay.
people that haven't even been to Five Guys.
What
but I
about
guarantee
quality?
you-
Like esteemed.
The Quarter Pounder is just as good as the Five Guys burger.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take it, right? But why compare why is that like that? And you know you've tried better burgers somewhere.
Well, because
You know what you're
the
getting.
financial backing they have to be where you are.
Other than the technicality of that, if I have enough money, my brand can be just as big. But it's the fact that they perfected the shit, right? It's the fact that I'm gonna tell y'all something that's kind of funny. When I tried a chicken sandwich, the fucking McChicken or whatever the fuck last year.
Oh,
for
the chicken Big Mac?
No. Yeah.
No,
No, not that. Not just chicken and
Just
McChicken.
McChicken.
Regular. I tried that shit for last year or sometime, whatever. After not trying it, like from the gap that I tried it last year till last year, it was like probably 2 or 3 years, probably more.
Yeah.
And it tasted the exact same.
Yeah.
Consistency.
And it
Consistency.
smelled the exact same, right? Them niggas perfected the fucking McChicken. Now, that beats in some instances a place that sells pizza, burger, hot dog, this, that. Sell every single thing in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is fine because everybody will be there. Everybody will be like, oh, can I get a pizza? I can just go there to get this. I don't have to go to. But why is the brands that have been so, cranked up the perfection scale, why are they more popular? Why are they winning? McDonald's is like $1 billion, if not $1 trillion company.
I hate when we can't compare Drake to McDonald's. I think a
Yeah.
better
He's a buffet, isn't he?
yeah, but I think a better analogy to Drake is Publix, right?
Okay.
Everybody knows the Publix sub.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the public customer service.
Okay.
Everybody knows Drake's coming with a hit, and everybody knows the emotional Drake cuts.
Y'all not
Those are
gonna
the two
like me.
things.
Y'all not gonna
But
like me.
Walmart may be a bigger box store. They might have more locations.
Yeah.
It may not be as esteemed, right?
But it's your go-to.
But
But there's nothing
Yeah.
at Walmart that's like always consistent.
yeah, nothing's always consistent. They're gonna swap out. I think Walmart is closer to an actual record label. Drake is like still. I can compete with the Walmart that is strictly whatever's gonna bring people in here. Get that, we're gonna bring it. But he has perfected two things, which is the emotion or the vulnerability in people, and the hit records
Yeah.
that we know
Yeah,
when
like
I go
like it.
outside, we're gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, I
You're
like me.
gonna
Okay,
enjoy
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Vulnerability, right? I'm glad you brought up Publix because that Publix sub, I tried it a couple times in my life. A lot.
I think it's made.
quite a couple times. And I'm like, you know what? As hyped as this shit is and as good as it tastes, this shit is dry.
Yeah, it is.
But it's consistent though.
Everybody's like, it's busting, it's busting.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
I came to this podcast to let y'all know I'm the person that thought it was dry
Yeah.
before anybody said it. Kendrick is just the nigga that said it.
Yeah, well,
Kendrick is just the nigga that said
most people don't think Publix is dry though.
Nah.
That's the reason why they're known. You only
the
know a
pub
Publix sub. You don't know a Kroger
No.
sub. You don't know a Walmart
Walmart
sub.
sub.
You know Publix sub. Those things are synonymous.
But you brought up Publix because of what we talked about initially, which I'm glad we targeted it from that angle. Branding.
Yeah.
Drake is branded to be the Publix sub. He's branded to be the Five Guys burger. He's branded to be, well, not Five Guys. Let me say
Okay.
what was the other thing you said instead of Five Guys? It was like the one that McDonald's.
McDonald's,
He's
yeah.
branded to be that, right? He has all these things, but this is my problem with this whole propaganda agenda with Drake. I don't know him. I can't hate
Yeah.
this nigga, but I'm not a liar. I'm not about to sit in this bitch and act like I don't see what I see before Kendrick has said it. And it makes when I sat back,
Why
Why
can't
did
you
it
be
take-
okay with having a unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
There's things that I like that I know other people don't like. I don't like New Orleans food. I don't think that everybody is crazy for liking New Orleans. If y'all like it, that's
That's you.
fine.
That's
But
your
like
thing.
me, I am uncomfortable with saying the thing. All y'all, Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones is trash. Like
don't say that. Don't say
I've
that.
never-
too
no,
loud.
for sure.
Don't say that
No,
too
they,
loud.
They,
They gon-
told
they
me
gon-
get to season 4. If it take 3 seasons for a show to get good, it's trash.
I'm not gonna
sorry.
cap. I'm not gonna cap. I do agree with the logic as far as something taking forever
Yeah.
to get good. That's
Yeah.
that's ridiculous because I've seen first episode shows that's been good from that episode ever since.
All the way on.
So
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I agree
like
with
like
that
it take you 15 years in your career to hit the global stage. Like, are you really good?
No, you're not.
Oh, say it to Kendrick. real
You're
quick.
probably. My thing is. So okay, no. I like what he said. He tried to mess me up in there. He tried to mess me up. I like what he said though. He said good. Now this is where it gets to mess you up. This is where I get to play with your mind for a little bit, right? You said good. This man right here,
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah, for sure.
Drake is great,
We know that.
and he happens to be good at times, but he worked on the craft to get good. I'm not
Yeah.
going to agree that he was always good, but good and great. I'm glad you said the word good because I don't agree that Kendrick got good. I feel like he's been good, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all something that's also gonna offset y'all a little bit. I've never been a Kendrick Lamar fan.
We don't think Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar isn't good though.
No, that's not.
That's what
that's not
people
the
think.
argument.
I've never been
People
a
think
fan.
that we don't fuck with this nigga.
Do you
at
know what's
all.
crazy? The first concert that I ever went to
probably
was the Damn tour. When he dropped Damn when I was in high school.
Yeah, the pop
with-
album.
And I went exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you know I don't even fuck with him. That's how you know I don't even fuck with him. That's like folks coming to the weekends after hours. Little
Yeah. The
ass.
Starboy.
Yeah.
Starboy.
But everybody loved him because of the dark R&B shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing these little Indian kids come to the weekend shit, I'm like, these niggas don't.
They don't even
What
know.
the fuck-
They
what the
not
fuck-
real. They not
They-
real.
What the fuck? What they know about? I left my girl back home.
Right.
They don't know about that shit. So when I came to the Damn tour, I'm looking like the Indian niggas that was at. I'm looking like the.
He's like,
I'm
wait,
like
this is what I'm expecting.
Kendrick, but I really came for Travis Scott. That's why I went. So don't think I'm a fan. I'm just giving you that detailed example to let you know that I'm not a fan of Kendrick. I never have been. I never bought merch for him. None of that. But in looking at the density of nigginess, the density of music and what music, the core, the heart, Drake is a machine. Y'all can cry about it all y'all want, but what about variety? Oh, but he's good. If one of my good friends was here, Brett, this man, if he could top Drake off, he would, bro. If he had the chance.
Hold
to
on. When
do
you
it,
say
he would.
Drake's a machine, what do you mean by that?
He is
Yeah.
a machine. Like, okay, the industry, right? Industrializing somebody. This is why they say words like, or phrases like industry plant. Because people have caught on and realized, I'm not saying he's an industry plant,
Okay.
but he's the father of industry plants. You know, like how they say Isaac Newton was the father of science? Clearly, Isaac Newton didn't invent science,
How-
but He hit that title because of how much science shit he was doing. So Drake became the ultimate music nigga because he honestly is the most crafted. He's like Captain America in music form. Honestly, y'all can't even argue.
So is that a negative thing?
Yes.
Why?
How's that negative?
Because I want to feel some shit, bro. When that nigga sing, I feel like, what the fuck?
But that's
is
what I'm
this
saying.
nigga
Like,
talking
I can agree with people. If you only, this is why, the reason why Kendrick is doing so well now is because people take in what is fed to them.
Yeah.
Drake was always the best investment. That's why he was more often fed to people. Now Kendrick is being fed to people.
Well,
it's still
why?
hey, let me cook. now, like,
elaborate, yeah.
yeah, like, but now Kendrick's being fed to them because look, what he's asking for us to keep feeding him to people isn't. We don't want to pay that no more, so we're gonna pay you. It's not that Kendrick's music wasn't digestible. Drake's just always had a better return.
Yeah.
So that's why he was pushed. But if you only listen to the pop part of Drake, the pop stuff that they feed you, then of course you're listening to something that is acceptable to be popular.
I needed one dance. Like,
Yeah, but you can fit if you listen to "Do Not Disturb" or "Champagne Poetry"
Or
The Ride or "Give Me a Hug." You can't listen to that and tell me you don't feel like, oh, I feel that.
Yeah.
But if you listen to God's Plan and
Kiki,
Kiki, do you love me? I get why you say I don't
Yeah.
feel nothing.
This is my
That was
thing.
for the the people who.
This is my
And
thing.
those songs did what they were supposed to do
I'm not gonna
globally.
I'm not gonna gaslight y'all and say that's not true. But even when I listen to the "Give Me a Hugs" and the Paris Morton music or the what's that shit
That's one
called?
of them deep cuts, though.
The Motion.
Oh yeah.
I guess that's just even when I listen to the smooth shit and even like the things you can think you feel like okay, just pay attention real quick. Every female that I've hung out with that plays a song from Scorpion, Jaded is their like magnum opus.
Yeah.
They hit that shit on the aux and swear they doing something to me. And I'm like, okay, everybody really thinks this song. I'm peeping it. I'm watching it. I'm not lying to myself.
It's a great song.
They think this song is so hard, and they playing this shit right now. I was hanging out with a shorty, a female friend, I believe, and this girl played the song.
We found a problem. Go ahead.
She played this song, and then by the third time it repeated, I noticed that this song was on repeat. I was like, wait, she shorty think this song is so fucking hard, bro. And I'm like, this is so fun. This is everybody. This is all the females. This is magnum opus. This is their shit. This is their one song that get them in the mood. It's Jaded. Oh, you're feeling like this. I don't even feel that song at all. I don't feel it. Maybe it's because I don't smoke. Maybe it's because I don't. There's
You
certain.
gotta smoke.
Nah. I think
That's
and
one
I,
of them
and,
songs.
but I think that's the root of the problem, right? Is because there is no other rapper who is able to make the song that the women feel, that's for the women, that men don't feel, and get the emotion from them like that. What Future or Kendrick or J. Cole or what song is for the ladies from any
Can't
other?
get enough. Can't get enough. I need that.
You see what I mean? but people see now what rappers rap about? I get bitches. I take your bitches. I get money, so bitches love me. Right? That's all. Their whole rap persona is centered
that.
around women.
Is that,
and
yeah.
Drake make a song that all the women say, you know what? I love him more though. All that stuff you got, all that stuff you rap about, I like this though. And I think men be mad.
Yeah.
And I'm not even mad. Keep in mind, I make music.
Not you though. Not you though.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say because
people.
I make music, so I love when a man can serenade a woman because I'm singing them songs and they work.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy part. That song wasn't meant to serenade no woman.
Yeah.
Jaded was not meant for
Didn't
that.
feel it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the weird one. Maybe I'm weird.
I'm surprised that women are playing that like that.
You know what's
Well,
so
no,
funny?
because women like
It's the
They like the shit
vulnerability.
that-
yeah, as much as people
Yeah.
like Ebro got a 20-year boner for Drake saying like, oh, like he's so softy. People love Drake because he made brand new.
Yeah.
Women felt like best I rap. Women felt like, yo,
Yeah.
he feels his emotions as much as I feel my emotions.
And I can relate a little bit.
While all the other dudes was, I'm too macho, I'm too love the
love.
player.
Now, regarding love music, Drake wins that argument. This if it was a little stat chart, that argument, ding, checkbox with y'all.
Yeah.
Because somebody had to do it. Somebody had to make the songs for the girls.
But here's the thing.
In 2010.
I hate to cut you off. But remember when Future started making music for women?
Yep.
When he was with
Love
Sierra?
and affection.
And did you see how he blew up off of that?
Yep.
Because the women could relate. But now you're not really hearing women saying they not listening to type shit.
Yeah, the same black, bro. The black and mild smokers
Yeah.
are listening to
This
mixtape
type shit.
Pluto.
Yeah,
bro.
like
Fucking crying.
women not listening to that for
Oh, so
real.
he said-
Unless they some trap shit.
Yeah.
like
But even regardless, okay, so like overall though, now variety is great. Being the guy that did the thing with love is great. But let's go back to the industry plant point. And the reason the Drake hate is kind of solicited, because some people that talk about it in the comment section, I'm not gonna cap. When I go on Twitter sometimes, I kind of see people's comments, and I'm like, damn, this person has been cooking this comment up. Like I really feel like some people
they
have
holding that.
they peeped this nigga
I've seen-
and was like, let me not hate on him yet. And then when
Yeah.
Kendrick did that shit, here's my time to shine. Because I feel like people who can be just as mature as I have been listening to music, and because I don't dick ride nobody, I definitely glaze. I definitely be like, oh, this nigga hardest. But I do that on purpose. It's a very exaggerated thing. Like, I do it on purpose. I don't do it genuinely losing my shit. Like, oh, my aura is my... Like, I'm like... I do it in... Like, if you niggas started making music today,
Yeah.
I'll be in y'all comment section freaking out. I'll be at the show jumping around. I just had a show on Saturday that I helped conduct. Throb Fest. Shout out Mark Love.
Rob Fest.
Yes, Heart Throb.
Oh,
yeah. Trust me.
Oh,
That sounds crazy.
yeah, that one was a little different.
But shout out Mark Love. And I like to give people, like, all my artists I was on the lineup, bro, I'm in my super suit looking clean. You don't see me like, yeah, this shit hard, bro.
Yeah.
I was in the crowd. I was in the
turned
front.
up.
Like, to the people that was on the lineup.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your number one fan. I do that on purpose. I don't do it like I'm genuinely, like, making this person be God, right?
Yeah.
So best believe, like, when it comes to, like, that, I give credit where it's due. It's just... Unfortunately, I can peep where the bullshit starts. The nigga is the father of industry plants, just as Isaac Newton was the father of science. He didn't create music. Drake didn't invent music. He's not the ultimate musician in the world. But being the amphibian he is, and being the person who's willing to go a little further than other artists in the contract, I, and maybe a few others, I don't want to speak for them, can see some of the bullshit.
But I think that's
Like-
where artists need to understand. People talk about TLC made $30,000 off their contract,
Shit's
and
crazy.
NWA, Ice Cube ran in the
Yeah.
office because he wasn't getting paid. But then you get a rapper that's actually doing business the way business goes, not the music,
Yeah.
the
The
business.
business side.
He's doing both at the same time,
Okay.
and then people are upset that he's getting what you feel like you deserve, but you can't generate what he generates.
Why couldn't he just do it more swaggy, though?
But like, what's more swaggy though?
Party Next Door.
How much has
Who discovered him?
How much would Party Next Door have sold without?
I'm about to revert back to where I just... What you say? Who discovered?
How did we figure out who Party Next Door was?
Why do you think
How
Drake...
did we figure out?
Okay, it was Drake.
Okay,
Why?
so it's
Why?
Party Next Door industry
No,
plan?
no, no, no.
It's Party Next Door
I'm about
industry
to
plan.
cook y'all niggas.
Is Party
I'm about
Next
to
Door?
cook
You
y'all-
said he said Drake is the father of industry plan. Is Party Next Door industry plan?
Let me think about this. Think about this for a second.
That nigga stuck now.
Yeah, not like dang.
No.
They got me.
The answer is no. The answer is no. Do you know why?
Okay,
Why?
Go ahead.
He began writing. Boom. That's my bomb. This-
Whose advice was that? He went and wrote Party Next Door could live on an island for the rest of his life off of what he did
is
For
for
that
Rihanna.
album, yeah, that
It's
shit was
true.
crazy.
But whether someone told him to or not, he was singing in church. I got
yeah,
the
yeah.
videos. He wanted, and the thing about music that is so funny, it's a universal language. So I could go in my island or my cave and go hiding and know I got some bangers for y'all and delete my catalog, but have a secret SoundCloud and my shits blow up. The industry is what we're addressing here with this frog of a man
Hold up,
named Drake.
Do you want the
Amphibian.
hold up? Do you want the industry to exist or not?
I do. It does what it's bro. We need music,
Yeah.
but I just feel like if Drake could be, I would be his attorney if he was as swaggy as who he wants to be. Amphibian, right? Y'all know Kirby, Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Man, you know how Kirby like absorbs people and takes on their powers.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Drake. Drake is Kirby. Drake wants to be Party. He wants to be Majid Jordan. He wants to be The Weeknd. He wants to, bro. When I heard "Take a Shot for Me,"
But this
I'm
is
Oh,
like,
no. I disagree so bad because like you say he wants the powers, but somebody got to make what you like digestible to the people you want to reach. It's like imagine we live in a place.
Thank you.
Imagine we live in a place
Okay.
that the Middle East pork haram, don't eat it, and you go try to set up a pork shop. How successful are you gonna be?
Be crazy. That'd be-
Now, what if you had the local popular chef? He started to take the people who weren't like super
Against it?
Muslim,
Yeah.
and he started to, okay, I'm gonna put this as a side. We're gonna do bacon. We're gonna do bacon on our breakfast. If you are, hardcore as haram, you don't gotta eat it. But if you like it, and then you come in after that, now you can actually set up a shop because it's people who can digest the bacon in the society.
Yeah.
So you need that person to make it popular, or people are just not gonna listen to it. Like Playboy Cardi made it possible for Destroying Lonely
Yeah.
to be what he is.
I
A lot
agree.
of
Like
yeah.
Lil Wayne made it possible for Uzi,
I agree.
Yachty, and
all them niggas.
Yeah,
The whole
to be
Lil
who they
Key,
are.
Young Thug, all yup.
So Drake just does it for a broader spectrum of people. Central C would not be on American press tours right now
Okay.
if Drake never
that
started rapping with
I
UK
cannot argue
rappers.
with. That I cannot
Yeah.
argue with. Drake does that. He definitely
Open up
is.
the doors for people?
He's the
Puts niggas on.
He's the UN. He's the United Nations for artists. As far as the Central C argument is another check mark for y'all, because who the fuck would have give a fuck about how can I be human food?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to.
Nah,
I
this
listened to
nigga
all of
legit
them.
listen to
I
him.
listened to UK
Drake-
artists
but Drake is-
since Cat Williams
Yeah.
was on Dipset.
This nigga
They used to have
legit.
Dipset Bird Gang in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And Cat Williams was on there rapping on a. Bro, listen.
That's
People
genuinely hilarious.
say they
Yeah.
know hip hop. They don't. They know
hilarious.
what the TV told them hip hop
Yeah,
is. Bro.
they know what YouTube tells them or TikTok,
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter arguments. They don't know about no damn or them little Twitter bots that be giving.
Yeah,
but
facts.
no, but now putting on. But even at that though, look at Block Boy JB. I don't look up. Ayo, play that new Block Boy J. Like
But see, the thing is though, Drake says, "All right, I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna give you this formula real quick.
you take it. Do what
You
gotta
do what you need to do with it."
That's
All
what
right?
Lil Baby did with Pikachu.
Literally.
The song was titled Pikachu at
Let's
first.
be realistic though. Let's be
Go
realistic.
ahead. Go ahead.
Lil Baby was popping before.
No, he
In
wasn't.
Atlanta.
They were running "That's My Dog" into the ground every 2 times an hour, bro. It was not like
In
that.
Atlanta,
I remember.
but
Yeah.
that's the thing. Lil Baby was on here.
Yeah.
Freestyle wasn't getting played nowhere else but here.
That
Until-
Pikachu came out, and then it was, yo, who is this? How you build an algorithm. Just like I told you is downstairs with Instagram. You build an algorithm by having something and then putting a bunch of things adjacent to it. You
Yep.
have Drake, you put this person adjacent to it, and then now people will funnel this way and back to that's how
That makes
algorithms
sense
work.
logically. As an Atlanta native, regarding music, I'm not gonna cap. Before Pikachu's snippet dropped on YouTube, because I was there right after high school. I went to college same year I got out of high school. I'm seeing the Pikachu snippet all over YouTube when it was called Pikachu.
Yeah.
Baby's tapes was and yeah, Drake might have, but Baby had the funding. Baby had the image. She had everything set up. Block Boy JB didn't have like half of what Lil Baby had. Block Boy,
Yeah, for sure.
Facts.
so I'm not gonna praise the Drake cosign. You look what Yeet before Yeet even took that picture with Drake. He was
Oh,
fucking
he was up.
so.
Yeah.
But there's
I'm
a
not gonna-
handful of artists that are already there, but when Drake gets that work with them and that one song with them, they elevate even more.
I think you're missing something though.
What are we missing?
Why does Drake look at them and be, hey, let me come take a picture with you. You seem pretty cool. Hey, let me make a song with you. Why? It's because they were fire before Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
all I'm
he's,
saying.
But that's
he's
what
introducing them to
that's
the
what bus-
world.
That's what business. That's what business partnerships are. You think Ruffles sits down with TNT and say, you know what? No, they say, yo, Ruffles, you're in Walmart, you're in Target, Kroger, gas stations. We're gonna partner with you because people know the name,
Right.
and we're gonna name our dunk contest the or the skills contest the Ruffles contest.
And we're gonna put a bunch of NBA players
partnerships
behind
is.
it.
So y'all don't think it's a little goofy, even objectively, that
Anybody who say that they need to never do a business because these industries are going to binge all over and take advantage of y'all. If you think what Drake does is goofy, never try to step foot into a record label's arena because they are going to drag you
I
over
don't
the coals.
think it's goofy. I think what Bryson Tiller did, thank God Bryson Tiller is humble. But he said no to Drake. He was the first nigga to say no to Drake
and
publicly.
then did a song with him.
Yeah, but on his terms.
Yeah.
Years later. He might not have ever got that song.
But like,
But
how
he said no. He didn't want to be famous either, though.
how big?
And how often do you
He
get?
already was famous by the time he said no. Don't was everywhere, but by
Oh,
the time
yeah.
he said no. So I like what Bryson Tiller did because other than him being a fire lyricist and handsome and having the image of an R&B nigga that you want to play for your girl to get serenaded to, other than that, he had a solid mind. Most people hear Drake and be like, a feature. And it's like, he even said no to the party. He said no to like being involved with OVO as any dick riding ass nigga would have been. So when I bring him up, I feel like I would just be as solid, maybe not as humble, but I would be as solid as a nigga that understands my stuff is so good, I could come back later and you be a feature. And that is exactly what happened.
So let me ask you right now. You get a phone call. Hey, Drake wants to get on your last song. What you want to do?
Good girl.
What
You
wanna
will
do?
be a millionaire
What do you want to
tomorrow.
do?
Drake
Let me
was a
tell y'all
What do you
something.
want to do?
Hold on. Before y'all start thinking y'all winning my mind over, as a music creator, it makes sense that Certified Lover Man
House
would
on a song
want
called Baby Girl.
Good Girl, and
Good
it's
Girl.
a dancey, singy. I'm gonna say yes because it makes sense. I'm not gonna say yes because it's Drake.
But
If-
you're saying yes
but it
because
only
you know
makes
what
sense
it's gonna
because-
do for
hold
your
up.
career.
if Slime Life Shot hit me up and was like, "Yo, can I hop on Google?" I'm like, "Nigga, fuck no." What you-
Because
if some hood
But it
nigga,
only makes
know-
sense because it's Drake.
Exactly.
It makes sense because it's
like,
Drake.
Yes, because he's Big Mac. He's perfected, sounding like the Big Mac of singy song. He has a thing called Drake mode, bro. I'm not a green ass nigga. I'm not stupid. Like I'm not sitting here just talking shit about Drake. I'm talking shit plus giving credit. It's
Yeah.
like it's a duality. But I'm just kind of upset at the fact that people. First of all, it took Kendrick to get the ball rolling. I'm not too mad at it because some people are genuinely they thought that for years, like me. That Drake was corny and was doing some lame shit.
So you do
But-
admit most of these people aren't Kendrick fans; they're Drake haters.
And then
And they're
then
just
there's
following suit.
there's the Drake haters
Yeah.
who just wait a minute.
This guy hates
We're
Me
him.
gonna
too.
jump on.
Me
Yeah.
too. And because they want to feel like something more important is happening in their lives musically. Because I'm not a Kendrick fan, so it just happened to be a concrete nigga that had two solid dark skinned parents, born and raised in some hood shit, made a crazy classic from the hood. It just happened to be a solid person. Because if
Hold up. So that
Dave
hold-
East dissed him, it wouldn't be as
hold up.
hard. It wouldn't hit as hard.
So being
wait, hold on.
impoverished makes you more of a solid black person.
More of a I'm having a lack of good terms here. What better example than a concrete
One from the bottom, is that the best example of us is the ones at the bottom? Is that what you're saying?
Not of us. That's why I told you.
Hold up, not of us. What do you mean?
That's
by
why.
that?
That's why I
What do you
told
mean? What do you mean by that?
That's why I told you it didn't take Kendrick to get me hating on this nigga with certain shit. Because I'm not no impoverished ass hood disciple. I don't even know what I know like 2 Crips. I don't know nothing about
said
this shit.
no 2 Crips.
I don't. Maybe, and they're claiming the shit.
Yeah.
Some of the ones I know that are actually doing that are in jail. So I'm not relating to Kendrick. Like, yeah, man, good kid, Mad City. Like, no, I'm not in
So
no damn
knowing
Mad
gang
City.
members makes you a solid black person.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
trying
no.
to get to the bottom.
Niggas gotta find the root.
I'm just trying to figure
I'm
out
just
what
saying.
makes it more solid.
I'm just saying, what more boogeyman-ish nigga than a nigga like that
Okay,
would have
boogeyman-ish,
came in,
okay.
blew Drake out. If Dave East dissed Drake, we'd be like, shut the fuck up. Let's be
But
real.
when Kanye did it, nobody made a big
We'd
deal.
still
And
be.
that's
We'd still. They didn't make a big deal because it was like a creative
You had
ass
Pusha
artistic.
T?
Oh, you did have Push, and you had Meek Mill. That's
Guys,
another one of
guys,
those.
Y'all are proving my point.
That's another trench
You're
nigga.
not scared of no damn Pusha T or Kanye is the paintbrush nigga. He was the kid in class asking all the questions, getting in trouble because he was too creative.
All right, what about Meek Mill? That's a certified felon.
Pusha T was a quiet kid in class.
I mean, now they lifted it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
What?
Pusha T was a quiet kid in class that was real cool and shit, and maybe getting in trouble. And then Meek Mill, look at this nigga, please. I don't even gotta say much about this nigga. I'm not even dissing him, but please look at this nigga, bro. Come on, bro. If the money helped people like Meek Mill solidify what they've always wanted to do. Ain't nothing. Even the old videos of him 14 with the braids freestyling, this nigga is having a blast in the hood. The fuck? So Kendrick was the boogeyman nigga that needed to say what he said to make it sound believable. Out of every diss y'all just listed, which ones did y'all? Which one blew up? Which one sounded more like a real fight? It was Kendrick. So I'm just being real. He got
Did
the
it
ball.
sound like a real fight? No.
Yeah.
Kendrick,
Pusha T diss to Drake, wrap circles around
Yeah,
everything
that
Kendrick
was-
did.
Yeah,
but people aren't gonna admit that.
Guys,
because
Kendrick
this-
made
Guys,
the hit.
He did it as a grown man.
exactly.
Pusha T did it as a look at you. That's why it was like.
But his
oh.
rapping ability superseded Kendrick's in every way.
But okay, y'all seen? Would you go and start arguing with some 15-year-old somewhere?
Depends on what we're talking
It's
about.
not-
Basketball.
Would
Yeah.
you spend like hours, days arguing with him? Would you?
Depends on what the argument is and what I'm going through.
Let's
at the
say
time.
let's say it's something like that's too subjective to even be an argument for real. Like pancakes is better than waffles.
He
Is
said
one,
Pancakes better than waffles. How long would you argue with a nigga about that?
Not long. I'm not talking about that long.
But a
Same
grown
matter.
ass man that's your age, or maybe you're both 15 with certain stats that are kind of similar, you're gonna argue a little longer than a different state of being because your perspectives are low key
Similar.
and you low key get to go this for that, band for band, hope for hope. You low key get to. Kendrick was the 15-year-old that met Drake's 15-year-old energy, and the fight went on for 3-4 diss songs. Pusha T was the father type, was the man type of. Look at you, bro. You're a joke. Your kid is hiding. Boom. His kid comes out as everywhere now.
that's crazy that he said your kid was hiding. This is why I'm talking about with people. I cannot take people's ability to break music down seriously when they say Pusha T says, yo, you were hiding a child. But in the same song said, your child deserves more than a Adidas press run. So is he hiding the child from the world? Or is he about to show the whole world who his child is? And on top of that, he said on the Joe Budden podcast that, oh, well, there was a party where Drake brought everybody up there to give gifts to the child. So was he letting his kid in Canada to get gifts? Or was he keeping his... This is why I mean, like...
I mean,
people don't like something and they hear a narrative and they say,
I'ma
I'm
stick
gonna
with that.
believe it
I'ma
because it
just
helps
run with
me
it."
feel validated in what I feel.
Relatively, I didn't know he had a kid until Pusha T. I was one of the statistics that didn't know.
Yeah, for sure. But you can't say you're hiding a child and in the same song say you were about to show the whole world your child.
Yeah.
What's the difference? And how many kids did you know Kendrick had before this beef? How many kids J. Cole got?
Probably like one. I thought he had one. I didn't know Kendrick had like two.
Oh,
Well, they on the
okay.
album
Yeah,
cover,
but-
though.
I thought he had like
They're
one.
on the
No,
album
but
cover.
even before.
I'm not even a fan, so that's a good
But
question.
how old were they in the album cover?
Oh, they're babies.
Yeah.
But one of them was like 3 or 4 though.
Yeah.
So how many kids J. Cole got?
He got two, I think.
Nobody knows.
think he got
Like,
two.
so how is it you're hiding this from the, it's such a dumb, like,
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
But
I'm keeping my personal
Yeah.
life personal.
yeah.
What if Drake was like, guys, don't take no pictures of it on this? Like, 'cause
If-
I
But
didn't
a
see
lot-
that until Pusha T.
But here's the thing, though. We don't know what J. Cole wife look like. We don't know what his kids look like.
Yeah.
So is he hiding them from the world?
No, I wouldn't say hiding. 'Cause
He's
private
keeping his
life-
personal life. Like,
Yeah.
yes, like you was about to say, he's keeping his personal life personal. Drake was doing the same thing.
But
He
it's
was
Drake,
trying to make
though.
sure, probably in that time, he's like, yo, I'm going through all
That's
these
what I'm
paternity
saying,
tests.
yeah.
Let me
It's
make
Drake.
sure this is my child.
Yeah.
Crazy, you can't lie. It was gonna hit when Drake's that reveal came out. It was gonna hit. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
it's
for sure.
Drake.
Yeah.
It's like you had a kid. I didn't know he had a kid. I didn't know he had a kid until that. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
he was probably going through all the legal stuff, making sure, okay, yeah, this is my actual shit.
black trucks.
But J. Cole and Kendrick probably did the
Also,
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
Shit, I didn't know the nigga was married. I didn't know
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar was married.
He's not
Oh, not
married.
even married, engaged.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Usher was married. So what the fuck?
That just happened though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that happened like
Kendrick
after
been
Super Bowl.
engaged since 2015. And now, if they come out and say, yo, Kendrick actually been married since 2020, who's going to look at Kendrick and say, why were you hiding that from the world then?
I know what you mean.
But when when Pusha T comes out and says
He's like, oh yeah, he was hiding
he has
his
a kid, now it's I just want people to be like, it's okay. Like if I think you're bad for breaking in people's cars or something like that, if he breaking people's car, I'm gonna be equally about the thing. But people will
Move
weigh,
the goalpost.
yeah, they'll move the goalpost when it's convenient to say, yo, Drake hit his kid. He was a deadbeat because we didn't know he had a kid. But then you bring up somebody like J. Cole and say, well, how many kids J. Cole had? When were they born? You don't know. Is he a deadbeat? No.
As far as you saying that, that is very valid because Pusha T saying but realistically, I mean, you might have been wizened up, and you got to keep in mind your mental stats is not everybody else's. So his perspective is still his perspective.
For sure.
Because realistically, like I said, I'm in the statistic of people who found out because of Pusha T.
Yeah.
Maybe because
No, I did too.
Okay.
But
Well,
like,
we all
it
do.
did, but that
you're
doesn't
saying-
mean
yeah.
anything to me.
You're
Yeah.
thinking of it more on a broad scale as far as like, but what about would they be because you don't know? I see what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
like it's ambiguous in that aspect because now everybody's a deadbeat because their kid you don't know their kid's first name. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So you're right on that part, but I will still say like Pusha T didn't address this like a punch for punch. It was like I don't even want to diss you because how many disses did we hear?
2.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
He left it.
Infrared
he left it
and
Story of a Dime.
story.
alone. And even at Story of Adonis was the longest one.
Yeah.
It was, he talked about Drake throughout the song, but the other song wasn't it like a couple lines or something? It wasn't even like the whole.
Yeah.
Now let me look up what you said. Let me relate this back to why I'm even here because there was a line. There was something you said.
Oh, how
that-
how Drake took
Let
Kendrick
them in
on
the
tour?
door?
He let them in.
Yes.
Before I want to quote a bar that might make you feel something. It went. They told me take a R&B nigga on the road, and I told them no and drew for Kendrick and Rocky. Tried to make the right decisions with the world watching. Pac never tried to sing like Mike. Mike never tried to rap like Pac. Those my dad's words to me. Well, it was the other way.
Yeah.
Pac never tried to sing like Mike. Whatever.
Yeah.
Those my dad's words to me when he asked me how to make it in life, and I always said my mother gave the greatest advice. That's literally if you don't take those lyrics and look at his whole career and say, okay, I feel what you're doing.
And
UMG literally told Drake, yo, fuck these rappers. We're gonna put you on the road with pop stars. We're gonna get you money. You're gonna be the biggest rapper. Nobody be able to touch you. And he said, you know what? No, I want to put other rappers on my tour.
so are y'all gonna tell me that's what it took? Him just being that.
Yeah, for these people to
Blossom to where they are today. Yes.
the same way that Black Boy JB gets a check every year for a song, and Lil Baby's career went from "That's My Dog" to band for band, right? It's the same thing he did for people back then. He was an astronomical star. When he came out, they knew what he was gonna be.
And let's be real. I'm gonna say this. Do I think A$AP Rocky and Kendrick would have got to where they were today without Drake? Possibly. Would it have taken longer? Absolutely.
I think A$AP Rocky would have. Kendrick, I think, would be a whole. And go ahead, my bad. Because
No, you good, you good.
Kendrick is the worst.
He got it out for Kendrick.
No, I don't. But I really don't care. I think Kendrick's very talented. He tells a very good story.
Yeah.
I think he tells a very elementary version of a story Lupe Fiasco already
Yeah.
told. But that's neither here nor there.
That's a
right?
good point.
Kendrick rapped about how he left his group, Black Hippie, because he wanted to be the man. But people will look at Drake. Drake was never in no group that he said, yo, forget y'all, I'm going to go over here.
He's always been by himself.
Exactly.
Always. And always brought people up with him. When he saw potential in somebody, he was like, you know what? I'm going to introduce you to the world. Because the
Potential.
world needs to see you.
But Drake now, I don't even mean
Because
to
he's
be
taking
that.
He's taking attempts with a
I
lot
don't-
of
I don't-
artists.
I don't mean to be that
were
guy.
Okay, go ahead. What you got?
The Scorpio in him. I don't mean to be that nigga.
We going horoscopes.
got a little bit of conniving undertone because my argument still stands. That nigga wants to absorb the niggas he works with. If I was a talent scout person, right, and A&R is their job to look for niggas, right? Drake ain't no fucking A&R as far as I'm concerned, but he does A&R shit. He bites people, he puts it on himself. He happens to be handsome, happens to be as tall, happens to be whatever. Even, this might sound shallow, but even being light-skinned, he happens to do certain things as passing for a light-skinned black man that he can, oh, okay, cool, let me try that on myself and put it on and absorb what he wants. Like, certain outfit styles, certain lyrics, it all works because everything is passing. You're black, but you're also super light. You can do short hair, you can do tall hair. You can do this because you're tall enough. You can do this because you're not too tall. You can, you know what I'm saying? Like, you fit in so many categories, and you made yourself that way. Let's be honest, because he could be a dweeb. I seen him play dork roles on purpose in, like, SNL, and then I see him be Mr. Bitches or that nigger or Mr. Sniper or whatever. And I'm giving him all them credits to say he's still choosing to be some A&R figure because he knows he's not as potent in one thing as he could be. Party Next Door is full-blood Jamaican.
from Toronto and is as swaggy.
Mississauga.
Yeah. He's from Mississauga, my fault. And full blood Jamaican. Got the locks, is dark skinned, got the full beard going. The nigga looks like the embodiment of what he's trying to be. He's not even trying. That's the funny part. So me even being a fan of Party, I'm a fan of the genuine, unfiltered, the raw version of him, right? I can't be a fan of a nigga that is not genuine, raw, and unfiltered. Drake is filtered and distilled and
In his
fucking.
poetry, he is. That's what he
So,
is, a
can I ask
rapper.
you this?
He's
Can I
a
ask you this?
rapper over a
I need
singer.
to see Drake write the shit myself.
I have one question.
With his hand like
I have
this.
one question for
ahead.
you. Do you have friend groups where? Do you have groups of friends where
Or for certain
everybody
things.
looks different? So like you got one group here,
Boy, what? You think I play about that type of shit? Look at the kind of nigga I am.
right?
All my friends are super potent in who they are. So yes, my answer is yes.
So you have friends that do different things. You got this group, they're all artists. You got this group, they're all athletes. This group, they're all this, they're all that. What is Drake? What does that make you?
Drake.
Because you can fit in all those categories. Because you can do all those things, right? So you're not potent, is what you just said.
But aren't I still something more than others? What is Drake?
But what is
though?
he?
Drake is not something more than others. You know who he
How
is.
is he not?
You know he is. He's a black man. That's what he is. Drake is a black man. I'll
Glad
take
you
that.
said it, man.
At the
So glad you said that.
at the end of the day, Drake, I'll accept him as a black man. He can say nigga, whatever. He can do this. He's a nigga, bro. His dad is from Memphis, Tennessee. It can't get blacker than that, right? The nigga black, right?
Yeah.
Or really, Louisiana is where it can't get blacker than. But
Yeah.
But Memphis, Tennessee is still just like any other. It's just like Atlanta. It's just like any kind of black centered something, right? So I'm not taking that away from Drake. But what I will take away, paintbrush wise, Picasso wise, losing your mind in the room, creating that type of shit wise, what I'll take away is that you didn't do that enough for me. And that's just me. I'm one person. You don't got to accept my argument.
Yeah.
This is
You-
what matters to
you-
me more.
You got any paintings on your wall?
I do.
You got any paintings saved in your phone?
I do, actually.
Are any of them the Mona Lisa?
No.
Exactly. People love to say, "Yo, where's your Mona Lisa?" But nobody ever got a Mona Lisa in their house.
And
bruh.
niggas make a point.
because
This is the Mona Lisa to somebody, though.
to somebody, but to everybody, you're saying to somebody this is the Mona Lisa, but to everybody the Mona Lisa's the Mona Lisa.
Okay.
Everybody.
That's a good
That is
point.
the most perfect painting ever, and
to
people
me.
still don't. And you see how you don't care? You don't care? I don't care.
But I give credit where it's due, right? I give credit where it's due, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like the Mona Lisa is not hard. That shit hard.
Yeah.
The nigga really. That was when
He made a picture where the eyes will follow you through the room. That's amazing.
That shit is
crazy.
hard. That's hard.
honestly the
And to
craziest
think he
picture.
made that when was it?
Shit, that was like 16 something.
Yeah.
To think a nigga did that, then I'm not about to sit here and cap and give it because I love giving credit because it feels good and it's the right thing to do, right? And it helps found like the foundation for arguments are based on the truth and good giving credit where it's due. So, but artistically, Mona Lisa was more political than anything. Let's be real. That shit is still being talked about today. Look at us right now.
It became political.
Yeah, sure, it became political, but it is what it is.
But you see how it's political. It survived to today, but who really cares?
And what do we care about the Mona Lisa? What do we care about it? It was perfect.
Yeah, it was a perfect painting.
It was a perfect imperfection because it gives you a distorted reality, but it's perfectly what it is. It's a painting of a woman that is passing for a man that has the eyes following you. That looks like it's a dystopian background going on, but she's smiling at peace. It's so much juxtapositions in one that you keep talking about it in 2025. It did what it's supposed to do. That is exactly what Party Next Door is to me. He's a Mona Lisa type of nigga.
What artist from this generation will people be talking about 75 years from now?
Michael Jackson.
From now, you see what I'm saying, bro? People don't, bro. Listen, you wanna know-
Beyonce.
People, people can say
Rihanna.
what I want, but people can.
He has a point though.
Beyonce.
Okay,
Drake.
I think people talk about Drake over Beyonce. That's my opinion.
Because you know why? Because he's a man, and this economy, world, whatever, this world is founded on men. Like A$AP Rocky said it best. He was like, this is a man's world, but pussy make the world go round.
Yeah.
So realistically, I agree with that because he's a man, because of the gender, not because of anything else. Drake works just as hard, if not harder, than Beyonce.
I wouldn't say that because people. I think. Madonna is not. I think who is
Madonna's
somebody?
not relevant no more.
Somebody what?
I think people will hold Madonna's name
Oh,
longer
Taylor
than
Swift.
I'm talking about somebody from the past.
Oh.
Marilyn Monroe is talked about today more than Elvis Presley.
That's facts.
That is true.
That's facts. And she didn't even make music.
She didn't even make music, but she was a figure of that
Polarizing
time.
figure
Damn.
at that. Yeah.
So
She
like,
looked
I
good.
don't think just because you're a man or woman, I think whoever is the most engaging, the most thing to talk about.
But think about it. No controversy. Don't even start with that little shit, the LGBT nothing. But girls want to be boys. Girls think boys are cool. So that's why I feel like Drake being.
You don't think women are cool?
I think women are amazing.
This nigga-
Women are cool. Women are. I love women. Ladies, I love y'all. Good
He tried it though.
You a good girl. Women are amazing. Women are cool. And women can actually be cooler than men most times. But look at a male, bro. Look how even women want to be men, bro. Like even they want to be that sometimes figuratively, sometimes literally. Like feminine girls be trying to be boys. Beyonce made a song called "If I Was a Boy." It's something about a man doing cool stuff that makes everybody happy.
I can spin this though. You
Michael
got a lot of
Jackson.
niggas that want to be women too.
I mean, but how bad though?
It's pretty fucking.
No,
bad.
but like, think about it. Think on the scale of like wearing jeans and sagging them, skating, doing boyish, stupid shit like that boys like to do naturally, just dumb shit. Girls are starting to see that as this thing, and that's what I'm just peeping. It's just like that's why I feel like being a rowdy, as just being a dude, and everything about being a dude, and just that natural, not giving a fuck behavior is why I feel like Drake could be talked about probably longer than Beyonce, because Beyonce has to be this doll and has to be this industry perfect woman. She made it. Who Run the World, girls. If she didn't make that song, she wouldn't be Beyonce. She wouldn't be Beyonce. That song was like one of them things you had to do as an artist, industry wise. You know what I'm talking? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
Put a
ha-
ring on it.
But yeah,
If she didn't make those songs,
damn, she wouldn't be.
if she made every other song,
He doesn't
but
think she would be global.
Oh, okay, okay,
she wouldn't
okay,
be
okay.
like that's
Yeah.
what I
You
feel like.
wouldn't
Because
be-
she did have all the. She had a bunch of cultures in that video too, didn't she?
yes,
Yeah.
but she just wouldn't be as like that. It's like Shooter Outside is my thing, right? The Bulletproof Baby, and the song I made is Shooter Outside. Let's be honest. If I didn't make a Shooter Outside, you'd be waiting for it. So it's like certain things you have to kind of agree to do in your element. And my friend actually asked me this. She's like, if you got signed today and they offered whatever 1,000 or million, and they asked you to make a Shooter Outside again, you might not want to, but you're gonna have to do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's right.
Yeah.
He's so right. And I agreed. I was like, damn, I really don't want to do that. But
Just
the
like
fa-
when you get that Drake call, you got to do it.
you're Drake. You have to.
You gotta do
you
it.
spent this long being Drake mode, Loverboy, Mr. Sap. If they ask you to make another Sap song, even if it's one Sap song on the new album, you can't. It wouldn't be smart to say. Not say you can't, but it wouldn't be smart to be like, nah, I want to be a punk now. They're gonna be like, Drake, what the fuck are you doing? so that's why I'm like, Beyonce is too much of a who run the world. She's too much of that to try to act like she can't. She can't just go punk on me. Even with this
Country
Houston
shit.
shit she's doing, it's she's trying to go back to her roots and shit. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. Like I'm buying it because it's her and it's where she's from. But I'm not buying it because she became the Black Madonna and now you're trying to go back to your roots. You should have started with that. That's what I'm thinking. You should have started with your roots. So Drake became this evolved human amphibian thingy, and I feel like that's why he'd be talked about maybe more than Beyonce, like over the next 10, 20 years.
It'll 100%.
Yeah.
In this time period, Drake and Taylor Swift.
Are the two most known
Yeah,
names.
everybody else will be Cliff Notes.
Even when Bad Bunny came and passed Drake in monthly listeners, Drake is still kind of.
Yeah.
But even come back then, and I want to bring this up in relevance to hip hop people too, is we have to be honest.
Yeah.
In the story of hip hop, 20 years from now, Biggie is a footnote in Tupac's story.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
good point.
People might say like, but back then, who cares?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's a great point,
Tupac is like much more, like you said,
Polarizing.
digestible.
Yeah.
Much more for the people than, you got a point.
Yeah, so like I just think that's more. He had Dear Mama, Keep Your Head
Can I
Up.
give you? Can I
beef
give a
song?
hot take?
Go ahead.
Tupac was Drake before Drake.
Yeah, I
Peop-
see that. I'm not even gonna argue with that. I see that.
People say that's true. Performing arts.
I'm not gonna argue
Bruh,
with that.
like if they had a video of Drake humping the floor for Digital Underground like they do a Tupac, they would be crucifying Drake right
Right.
now. Drake would be on a stake with a dart on his head, bro.
With that being said,
Tied up.
you said Drake was the first industry plant. It's really Tupac.
Sure, but Tupac was cooler.
The first thing
They
I
did
said,
the same thing.
No,
They did the same exact
Tion,
thing. They had the-
I'm gonna get colorist. I'm not gonna get racist.
It's the same thing.
I'm not gonna get racist. I'm gonna get classist. I'm gonna get colorist. I'm gonna get everything ist, except for things that are actually gonna hurt y'all's feelings, like ageist and ableism. Bro,
That's crazy.
Bro, yeah, I'm not gonna get ageist and ableist on y'all because if a nigga start rapping at 40, it might be fire. I'm not gonna sit there,
Yeah.
you know. But like that one pimp that's rapping, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that dude,
Pimp
yeah.
free, sugar free.
Yeah.
That nigga is fucking
shit's
hilarious,
crazy as fuck.
and he's like what 60? I'm not gonna be like, bro, stay off the booth, hit the sheets. So that shit fire. But now I'm not gonna get anything else. I'm gonna get colorist. I'm gonna get classist. Tupac was still poor. He was poorer than Drake in his career, right? When he started, right?
No.
Y'all gonna sit here and tell me.
Tupac went to a performing arts school that his
Okay.
mother was paying
Yeah,
for.
Drake was
Okay.
living in somebody else's basement.
Yeah, but Drake still had more money than Tupac
How?
in that peak. And when they were coming, okay, so Tupac's peak, Drake's peak. Who had more money?
Drake for sure.
Well, you gotta
Drake's
think
peak-
the
Tupac's-
money was
Tupac's-
different back then, though.
Yeah,
That is true.
They said Tupac died with $5,000 in his bank account.
But that's what I'm talking about.
But he was floating back then with $5,000 back then.
You know what's crazy though? Even with the economy being the way it is, my argument still stands. And the
But that's what I'm talking about. The hip hop was not receiving as much money as it
Okay.
does today.
okay, if you
But
say
then
that,
Tupac started doing
if
movies.
you're giving me the offset of the culture, like
Mm-hmm.
hip hop is the culture. If you give me the offset as that, then your argument kind of is a little heavier than mine. But still, let's talk about just image wise. Forget about us being smart people that know stats. Forget about that, right? Let's just talk about just image. Just watching Tupac on the big screen, watching Drake on SNL, listening to Tupac's new mixtape that just came out, listening to Drake's new mixtape that just came out. Seeing them two artists and looking at the little snippets of them on Instagram. Oh, my favorite artist is talking shit again. Oh, he's fighting somebody. Oh, the controversy, seeing him at a club, running into him, possibly going on his tour, buying his merch. It was so much more, to me, concrete and nigga-ish and revolutionary and, I'm black, thank God for Tupac, than Drake will ever be. That's why.
But that's fine though. But in music, this is why if you want to have a message in your music, that's good. You need people with messages. But you will never compete with the people that make people feel good. Because you know,
Yeah.
when they had the Crusades, when they had Genghis Khan, when they
Yeah.
had all of these people who went to the Vikings, yeah, they were at war. But there were way more people at peace than at war. And people have to remember that. When you hear Kendrick or you hear Tupac,
Confucius era.
oh, we gotta
It's-
fight for
it's-
something.
yeah.
But most people are just trying to feel good. And
trying
the
to
people who are trying to feel good is a large portion. Then you got you and whoever you're trying to fight in the middle fighting each other while everybody else is really just living their life.
You got a point, because during the Genghis Khan shit, the Confucius era started, was it right after?
Yeah.
Where it's like, niggas was like, bro.
Enlightenment, like, yo, like, what do you, like, okay,
Let's be
let's
something.
worry about ourselves and let's,
Yeah.
It was to the point where niggas ain't even steal at that in the Confucius era
Yeah.
during that time, because I think he made peace with Confucius's younger brother. I think that's how it went with the king, whoever's ruling China. So you got a point. More
But
people.
they say Genghis Khan wiped out 10% of the global population.
that nigga was
That's crazy
crazy.
as fuck.
And there's
He
still
was wiping
more
shit.
people at peace back then than the people who are
yeah.
fighting, bro. That's just so if you want to fight the power, which I don't know how you're fighting the power when you got to get it approved for national television, but you know, like how much are you
You
really
gotta remember, he still is an industrial artist. He's a signed individual, even though he's a PG Lane. I don't put that shit past anybody. I don't care if it's
Yeah.
my favorite artist. My favorite artists, typically, the ones that I listen to, a lot of them are not signed or they're independent label contracts. But people like Kendrick, he ain't fooling me. Don't get it fucking twisted, you Kendrick fans out there. Kendrick ain't fooling me. He's still an industry propaganda pushing ass nigga. I
And
still
about
see
that
through
dollar.
that shit. You think he's gonna pick your rights over his money? What the fuck? I ain't stupid.
I guarantee
Kendrick
somebody
is
walked
gonna,
to Kendrick
he's
and
gonna
said,
feed his fan before he feeds you.
Bruh.
So
I heard I haven't don't have like the exact facts, but what I was hearing was that he signed a deal in 2023 with UMG to see if they can help him push his music because he was leaving. He left TDE. So then they had this whole thing. So there's UMG, there's Lucien Grange, then there's these two dudes that are they're molding to take Lucien Grange's spot. One is the CEO of Republic, which is Drake is signed through, and then the other one is of Interscope, which Kendrick is signed through. So it's really them two competing with each other. So the whole hit campaign came from Interscope side in order to devalue Drake. So when Lucien Grange leaves, he could take the CEO spot and he'll bring Kendrick up, demote Drake in the process. But Drake
My thing
like,
is, regarding that, why do they want to demote? What did Drake ask for that they made them so mad to where they want to have this big Interscope versus UMG battle to the death? And then what the fuck? What are you going to gain from demoting Drake? He's still Drake.
well, it's about setting the market. This is what black people need to understand too. When Patrick Mahomes gets a $500 million contract, next year when it's time for you to get your contract, you can say, hey, look, I just did as good as him. I want $450 million. But what people don't understand is y'all might love Kendrick, but Kendrick is never going to be the return on investment Drake is. So when they go to re-sign Kendrick and it come out that he got $300 million when Drake's last contract was $6 million, they're going to use Kendrick's contract as a reason to pay you less.
Yep.
That's what
Damn.
business is.
Look what he did.
And what,
Yeah.
honestly, even talking about
he
it,
did less.
regardless of business and industry terms, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like I said, I like that Kendrick is rapping like a nigga and making me feel something more than Drake ever made me feel. I like that, but crazy is right. And a lot of people who actually think and not just dick ride. As far as if Drake comes out with a song that's in the malls tomorrow, do you think I'm gonna cover my ears like this?
Exactly.
I'm gonna be like, oh well, the industry knows that we'd accept it a lot easier than some song we have to.
Yeah.
What is that?
What did Kendrick? Is he singing this time? So I definitely agree. As far as that goes. I just personally, my personal beef with even what I said with the whole thing in Instagram before I look it up right now, is just the fact that I know Drake is just not a potent nigga. I'm sorry, he's just not a potent. I can't. Okay. Let me help y'all out. If you think I'm just talking shit crazy,
I do.
he thinks I'm just talking shit. He got an OVO hoodie on, guys. Potency, right? We've been dropping a lot of big artist names, and they're a little too big for me to talk about potency because they did some industry shit, and I'm fans of a couple of them. So Ariana Grande, I like her music a lot, but even when you watch the music video, you like, nigga, you ain't think of this concept.
Yeah.
The fuck, like I know you's an industry machine. The fuck, but so I'm not gonna bring up no more big names for now. I'm bringing up some smaller, more potent ass niggas that have that, you know what I'm saying? That rapping like the Wrench do, singing like this song ain't finna be played on radio. Like you singing like this song ain't finna be played on radio, but you might.
But it's one of them.
Yeah, Daniel Caesar
Yeah.
sings like that song ain't finna be on the radio. It's like
But-
he's singing to a nigga or the girl.
You know why Daniel Caesar gets to have the career he has? Because you got somebody of Drake's stature or Cardi. I don't know who he signed. Who's he signed to? Atlantic?
I don't know.
If he signed to
Cardi?
no, Daniel Caesar.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he signed to Atlantic. I might be wrong. But if he is, the reason why Daniel Caesar is able to have a career is because that label has a Cardi B or they had a 6ix9ine.
They have their dumbasses.
That's why Drake said
They have their dumbass niggas.
2% of us rich and the rest of y'all all milk it. The reason he said that is because I'm bringing Ash
home the
Lucien,
bacon.
who's bringing home the bacon, like who's really filling up the piggy bank. I'm the one generating the money, so all these other potent artists can
eat.
go live the lives they want to live.
That's cute, but he's flexing being a machine. I still look at Drake like I don't look at him as a human. He's a machine. I'm sorry, I can't. You're an AI, bro. As far as I'm concerned, you might as well have a filter.
human?
Yeah, you might as well be a filter, bro.
So
I'm hating.
Anything that
I'm hating.
So I'm hating hard. I'm hating. See, that song for you, bro.
That's literally a song.
I'm hating.
But like anything that becomes big, y'all are just gonna call a machine. Then
Cap.
is McDonald's a
Cap.
machine?
Cap, when Snot became big, it felt like a machine because it sounded like machine
Hold on, what
music.
does?
Snot, the rapper boy. You don't know.
Yeah,
When-
I
when-
do. His label used to hit me up
when
to
to-
react to his stuff.
Okay. When Tentacion became big. Yeah, I
You
didn't
can't say
think he was a machine.
You can't say that because he didn't. He was. That was like an 18-month stretch. He didn't get the chance to. He was still in the. I just want to be success. That's the
still in
era.
that Drake?
No, that's where XXX was when he died. He didn't get to the. He didn't get to the. He
Oh, you're
best
saying I can't
ever
I can't
had.
judge him on that scale just yet.
Yeah.
Because he never got to the Hotline Bling stuff.
No, he dropped the
What?
one.
You
What was that
tripping
shit
though.
called?
Yeah,
man,
He
Saturn
died
Lonely.
the day before that.
He did.
That
He did.
video
Love.
came out.
No, Fuck Love
Fuck
was
Love.
early.
He had one album.
That was early.
But that shit
It did
popped.
pop.
the question,
It did pop.
not the question mark album, the 17.
Okay.
17.
The one with the
then,
scripts, the notes?
Then the question mark album came out. Then he died.
Yep.
So he was like, if you look at Drake's catalog of projects that he put out, you got Comeback Season, Thank Me Later, Take Care. He died. Imagine if Drake died right after Take Care.
Take care. Okay.
Then you would
imagine.
then you would have been like, bro, he wasn't a machine. Of course not. He didn't get a chance to go
be that.
renegotiate
Yeah.
those contracts. Juice World the same way. He never got a chance to go in there and do that.
But you got to think about it though. Your argument makes sense, but where your argument starts falling into a hole is that Drake was alive while X was alive.
no, I'm talking about. You're saying
No.
X wasn't a machine. You
No.
don't-
Peep what I'm saying
Yeah.
regarding the machine word. Why didn't he become a machine in his time of life?
Because he didn't have time.
He was getting there.
That's
he was
what.
literally on
hold
his
up,
way.
Do you think Drake was a machine and Take Care? It's about the window of time in their lives as perspective, right?
'Cause-
So if Drake died after Take Care, you would have none of these arguments about Drake. It wasn't until after Views he dropped
Hotline Bling.
If you're
More
real,
Life?
he dropped if you're reading this too late. Nothing was the same.
No, Nothing Was the Same came right after Take Care.
No,
of
but
all-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are the projects. Views.
Yeah.
Then Scorpion was when like people
He's
were
like,
like,
damn, this nigga's here.
yeah, because More Life was like
Okay.
a thing,
Yeah.
and then Drake went One Dance and
Okay.
Controller. So he lived almost 2 times the cycle
Man.
of XX.
Yeah.
So you can't say X in his first
His
cycle.
artist maturity was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They definitely were.
Perfect example, Tyler the Creator. Look at him now.
Yeah.
He started out on that rah-rah shit. They was like, all right, time to calm this shit down. Start get into
it
your
more
bag
after,
for
after
real.
Flower Boy, they was like, all right, become a machine.
Exactly.
Igor. So okay. Now, but it still sounds like Tyler though. It's still so potent. You might be right as far as them
You know,
telling him to
it-
tone that bullshit. Because he was
Yeah.
talking about and killing people and all that funny
Gotta
shit.
bleep that one, buddy.
He was talking about, he was vulgar as
Yeah.
hell. He talked about odd. His thing was Odd Future Wolfgang killed them all. That was his. He was
Yeah.
a fucking, he was what the comics.
It's just OF now.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely, I'm gonna take that.
And he not with none of his people no more. Who you see?
He's still
He's still
a taco
cool with
though.
them. He's
When
still
the
cool
last
with
time?
them.
When's the last time you seen Earl Sweatshirt on stage with him?
No,
This
he
is
just
what-
did it. He just did it.
When?
Coachella.
Okay.
He brought
But
him
no,
out
but,
at
but
Coachella.
I think he means
But I'm
like,
talking about like.
Oh, but like as a
Music,
like we're
like-
going together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like,
not
it ain't no
like
new
a-
shit.
Cause dapping up is cute. Well,
Yeah.
that could mean a contract.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that don't
People
mean
will tell
nothing.
Drake, "Oh, you left people behind you," but we actively see. When's the last time Absol been on Kendrick album?
Shit,
Never.
The last time they collab was Illuminate, and that was on.
nigga, that was OD. That was over the
No,
Dedicated, wasn't it?
Illuminate was Absol's album,
That shit was forever,
bruh, like 2014.
But that's what I'm talking about as
that
far
was
as
the first
like,
GTA 5. That was the
Damn.
first generation GTA 5.
that's what I mean as far as like even like first of all, I'm not gonna fault Kendrick for that because Absol, what the fuck is he doing? If he was serious,
Schoolboy Q.
we'd hear some Schoolboy Q. He dropped something recently and people
album
still
didn't
give
do
a
Has
fuck.
Schoolboy Q ever been on a Kendrick Lamar album?
People still give a fuck about Schoolboy Q's drop.
Was Collard Greens on Kendrick's album? Or is that Schoolboy Q's
That's
album?
Schoolboy Q
That was
album.
Schoolboy Q. You know, he hasn't.
Absol. Has J Rock been on Kendrick's album?
Yeah, yeah, he was on Good Kid.
That's Redemption by J Rock. That's J Rock's album.
Oh, okay.
But like as you can see, like straight up,
Industry
it-
though, machine.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
what he was saying is XX Tentacion didn't get to that point to where he could evolve.
But it's still-
into
He was
that-
definitely gonna become
He
a
was on the
machine.
way.
It was
Bro,
still.
that's
I don't
sad.
agree. I don't agree because why did Drake hate him if he was gonna become a machine?
Who said Drake?
We don't even
Drake,
know if that was-
Drake,
I know it was true. I'm not even a fan of neither. of them.
Oh, let's get the clip, buddy.
I know it was true.
What's true? What's true?
Drake did not like that man.
Well, I mean, he called
Drake
him,
took that man out the game. He
You
did
think
that.
Drake?
You
You
think
hold up.
Drake-
hold up.
I know he did it.
Hold up. Did you watch the XXX documentary?
Two different songs. No, I didn't watch it.
Okay, so in the documentary, they talk about how the boys they happened to walk by the motor shop. Then they went to the store to get hand gloves and stuff. Then they came back. They were seen taking the bag. He wouldn't let go of the bag, so they shot him. What about that sounds like a hit? Tell me.
Wow.
Tell me.
They got you, bro.
They
got him.
if I
They
guarantee
called
you,
Tyrone. They
if
got
he'd have
him.
let that bag go, he'd still be.
Yeah, if X
'Cause
would
they
have let
would've
that
got
bag
what
go,
they
he would be
Y'all-
alive. And,
y'all are-
and the only reason the conspiracy happened is because there was a video which Sheik's friend that looks like Drake was necking a dude, right? And he looked just like Drake. X posted the picture of him and said, yo, this what Drake be doing? He got backlash. I don't know who called his phone. Then he deleted it. Then he said, if I die, it was Drake. It's like a funny thing. Like
Yeah.
that's like me posting a picture of somebody who looked like you doing something, and I know you might
Why
up
did
there?
X take that shot in the first place? Why did he post that story?
because
That was listen.
it wasn't just a fun thing to
No.
poke at Drake.
He
it was
that's
because
what them
it was
young
because
niggas
when he was in
doing.
jail,
Stealing
Drake
his music.
Drake told him like, yo, we're gonna work, right? He came out of jail, or I don't know what happened, but I don't know if it was a timeline thing. Drake was like, forget it, put KMT out. Mind you, KMT not even a top 10 song on the album,
Right.
right? Where he used
used that flow.
Don't matter. It's still you still stole from him. What? This happens all the time.
But what's crazy? X is probably supposed to be on that song.
yeah.
This is what.
He was
Yeah.
supposed to be on
My,
that.
and you know what's crazy? Drake probably adapted to X's flow on that song. I'm not gonna be green and be like maybe because I'm pretty sure Drake considered collabing with him for real, honestly, with regardless of all the
Yeah.
stealing
And then,
talk,
but what happened after
the
that?
jail thing, and
XXX, which most artists do, most people in entertainment do this. They think they're more important to the
Than they
world
are.
than they really are.
Yeah.
So he got on that interview and was like,
Fuck Drake.
yo, Drake, he stole blah, blah. At the end of the day, like, people are influenced about everything they see. He could have never hit you up, said, that sounds nice, I'm going to do it. Because there have been mad times people done went to a country and they seen a certain way they wear clothes and
And
was
then they
like,
start
I'm going to make
designing
it.
that
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got stuff in your designer book.
without asking because they knew that was a norm there, so they didn't need to ask.
But not even that is a norm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's designs in your design book that you drew inspiration from somebody you didn't ask for.
Yeah, like a fitted wear. I ain't the first nigga to make a fitted shirt.
Exactly.
So
I
I agree with that.
So that's what happened with their story.
But I don't. But okay. So what about the fucking? It doesn't sound right though. Cause I thought about. I thought long and hard about this shit after when I was in college. I was like, no
What don't
Diddy,
sound right?
no Diddy. I was like, I thought about. I was like, damn. He made Moonlight. Drake made Daylight. Shot him in Daylight or caught him in Daylight, whatever. And then the other song, he talking about some triple X. Only tell my
SMS
sugar-
triple X.
Nigga, it's
That's
a
the only
new-
time I ever. Yeah.
Should below the neck,
well,
and
hold
I'm
up.
like, that was-
Hold up. What is SMS?
Isn't that like a text message? Right?
Yeah, text message. Triple X. What's that?
Porn.
Porn. The only time they ever shoot below the neck. Didn't Drake come? Isn't there a video of Drake? All right.
Guys,
Come on, bro.
don't
This
be
is like-
so
but-
dense. It's
but-
a bar.
Yeah,
it means
but-
2-3 things at
Yeah,
once.
but that's what I'm
though.
saying. But if the whole world believes something, then why wouldn't I play it? Y'all are gonna.
Why wouldn't I play into
if
it?
they don't know the story these days, they'll make one. Like I might as well play into it because y'all are keeping these songs alive.
But these are the kind of arguments that make Drake safe every time. I'm not gonna let him get slide with that shit.
that
He
bar
killed
don't
X.
even,
I know
like-
he did it.
People-
Also, the way he died, right? X knew he was gonna die. Guys, he went to the bank and cashed out 50 racks. Who the fuck in their right mind removes
Somebody who's
A
at
20-year-old.
home. No, not somebody a 20-year-old. Two, somebody who's at home. He left his mother's house that day in the neighborhood he grew up in. People feel why did Nipsey go to the Marathon store without security that day?
That's
He's
different.
at home.
He-
I didn't think this was gonna happen today. That's why they say.
But that sounds so normal. It's like, oh, this
no,
is
but that
that's
is
what it
normal.
is.
Hold up.
I'm a celebrity.
Hold up. You
I'm
just
not about to go cash out 50K and go to my local store. And the car drove in front of X's BMW.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're tussling the bag. Weak ass, cap ass fight. If I was trying to like fight or flight, I would have gave him the bag. Let's be honest.
That's what you would have did.
But you got a
if-
young nigga that thinks he is bigger than a lot right now.
And not even that. You got to remember, this is why I know either people just got to be fake X fans. When you listen to him talk about when he was in jail, he don't care. He rather die than to give up. Like it's like
Anything.
little man syndrome.
Pride, yeah,
like
yeah.
so, I'm not giving up
got a
this
point.
bag because people who have been robbed before, they know how humiliating that can be. To save myself the humiliation, I'd rather die in this moment than to give you what you're asking for.
That don't sound. I don't know. Crazy. That don't sound right.
But that's normal.
somebody like
Just think
X-
about it. If a nigga took your chain and get on the internet and say, I got this nigga's chain,
I'm gonna be like,
it's humiliating,
I'm
right?
gonna
You're
be
like, damn, nigga got my
I'm
shit.
gonna make a story like every other smart person
But that's
who's been
you
robbed.
though. You're smarter. You have
Crazy.
But
Rich
you
the
got-
Kid was robbed in broad daylight, and he was he was mad as fuck. But guess what happened? He bought another chain.
But how long was
I
Rich the
get
Kid
that.
rich before that happened to him?
X was
a while.
just getting to that
X,
money.
X, bro, when you watch the documentary of X, the time span to him out of jail and famous was like 20 months total. Not
Yeah.
even 2 years.
Yeah.
Like he got famous, he put out a song, blew up, went to jail. Got out of jail, thing with the girl, on drugs, like doing the things with, and that what was going on in that household. Go back to jail.
Yep.
Get out.
He's right.
A couple
He
like
died
you
in
don't.
28 he died in 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He died 20. I was down the street when he died.
Yeah. Yeah, he died definitely because he blew up in 2016, 17.
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, you're right.
That's-
20
Yeah,
months.
he died. He died the day after my birthday. We was in Miami. The store I
Damn.
went to that morning, X was like 3 blocks from there.
Damn. You could have been like, no. I don't know. But okay, so you're saying you debunked why Drake didn't do it.
Yeah.
Then why
Why
did he
the fuck-
make
what's the point?
Moonlight like a while after?
To poke. I think to poke fun.
Even
like,
more?
because if y'all are gonna make these, if you don't think Drake exists on
And
the
that shit
internet,
came out years after.
Okay, that doesn't stop nothing. It's like a police case that takes 5 to 10 years.
but
to
like when
solve.
but that's about poetry though.
Yeah.
Like when you write poetry, if I think that people think I am the reason their restaurant got shut down, I might put a bar in there about
and make fun of it and play on it. Yeah.
And just poke at it.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know. The industry be dark though. I don't.
It is dark, but
All right, I'll let y'all have that.
I felt
I'll
like
let
that
y'all-
was some young nigga shit.
I'll let y'all have
That's
that
all it
because
was.
he was famous for 20 months. Sure, yeah, I'll take that. He also was about to become a machine himself, and the pride is what got him killed. Sure, maybe, but I'm
because
sorry.
best believe if XXX was still alive, we would not be talking about Travis Scott.
Yeah, I agree.
We would not. We would not be talking about Travis Scott.
I
right?
mean,
not at all.
you got to be honest. Travis Scott is definitely a machine as well.
I mean,
when he started,
raging shit.
When he started, he wasn't a machine because his music was too. It was like what we talked about as far as it being like a coal mine. It was just too fucking him. It was too core. It was too dense. They had to refine it somehow.
Yeah.
So I agree. And then them bags of cute coal that are shaved,
Yeah.
cute. That's what they're doing now with these artists. Back then, or not back then, but when they start, they're fucking rough ass. You got to mind them. So I don't know. Like now, regarding that's X and shit, you debunked that for me. I guess I'm gonna think about that.
I would do like watch the documentary and like no matter what Drake said, just look at the moment and say, does this sound like people who were hired to do something? Mind you, when after they did it, they went and took pictures with the 50 bands in the bag. Who would do that if Drake hired them? Why do we give a fuck about the 50 bands and not the money we're about to get for doing it? It don't make sense. But it only makes sense to people who like this isn't the
everyday.
light. Like
Yeah.
you probably are somebody has been hired. Somebody knows somebody who's done something that like. And when you realize how those transactions actually go, you would be like, "There's him do that to them this way." No,
make
no,
sense.
no.
That was literally some young nigga shit. Bro.
Yeah. Damn. Like
I see a nigga that made it
Wayne
from my
Bus
hood.
got shot up. Okay.
We still don't know who did it.
Like, that is a attempt. That's somebody who said, "We need this to happen. Go do that."
Look at Tupac.
That's an example.
That makes a lot of sense.
Tupac was Tupac.
And Drake is high profile, so if it was a hit, you wouldn't even know who did it. So you kind of got a point.
Bro, you got 4 boys out from his neighborhood that he knew.
Yeah,
well,
he literally
like
probably
I think
grew up.
one.
Ain't that the perfect person to do it with, though?
But how do
gotta
you get
think,
in
though.
contact with that person?
The same way any CIA secret agency.
But this the thing, bro.
You think somebody in your circle right now
Could snitch.
can get in contact with?
Well, they get in contact with you.
But that's the
I don't-
Nipsey shit. That's the PNB Rock shit, bro.
I was gonna say I don't think it's
It's
gonna
niggas
be.
from your hood. They be like, damn, this nigga made it. Let me get something.
Well, PNB Rock was different.
Well,
PNB
yeah.
Rock was like, "Oh, we see them in the neighborhood.
We
Here's
finna
this
try
lick.
like a
Come
lick,
get
yeah.
this." Or Pop Smoke. "Oh, that's there. Go get that."
yeah.
The way they're going out makes it seem like it kind of trips me out because I'm like, are they dumb or am I just unrealistic? Like, would I go back to my hood that was not safe at all if I made it? Are
But
these
it's
niggas
not.
stupid?
But that's what you gotta understand.
Niggas think
the
home
hood
at
is
home.
not safe to them. They
Yeah.
feel invincible there. Mad people
I'm
die.
good.
And look at me.
Fools learn from experience and wise people learn from history. So
Yeah.
with as many times as that's happened, I don't think.
But you're thinking about a 20-year-old though. Like,
Yeah.
but by the time you reach that status, you've already thought about it.
Yeah.
Most of these people haven't even thought about it yet.
It's facts. That is facts. Pop Smoke was really young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when we do stuff, like, okay, I'm thinking about what I'm about to do before I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when it happens, I know what to do. It's just the same reason that like 95% of car accidents happen within a mile of your house. It's because when you get close, you start to drop your guard because there's no point for me to defensive
Yeah.
drive. I'm almost home.
Yeah.
Damn. But that's happened. I mean, that's happened too many times. Now we can agree though that nobody else, hopefully, no celebrity would do
Yeah.
that dumb shit because
Yeah.
it's happened with all these celebrities. It's like,
That's
okay,
cap, bro.
third
I be seeing celebrities in
They still do
Linux all the time.
Lennox.
And Linux, they be
Leaving the guard
shooting
down. Yeah,
at Linux.
Facts. I don't even go to Linux.
Now I don't
like-
even go to Linux either.
Who did I see the other day? And they be having they stuff on. Even we went to that night we was in the traffic.
Oh yeah.
Somebody pulled up in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they-
What's the old boy name?
Benny
Was
the
it Ro-
Butcher.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher put up in there. And
Tripping.
I'm not saying like, but like this is an environment where
They know they're comfortable.
this is what goes on. Do I think anybody would do that? Hopefully not. But
But the
I don't know who
possibility's there.
who Benny the Butcher had with him. He might have had all the security he needed. But
Probably doubled up, tripled up.
yeah, but people do things like that all the time. I see Method Man walking down the street.
I saw Karan Butler
By
walking down the
himself.
street.
That's kind of crazy.
Like, so when these things happen, you know, like
They be like, damn.
if something were to happen, it's just something that's go ahead. You go.
Yeah, I feel what he's saying. So the X thing, Drake debunked. Sure. Drake, you're safe in the house of crazy. So now regarding back to what we were saying, regarding what you what did you say something about in the
He
door?
let
He let Kendrick and ASAP in the door,
In the door.
and they both said that.
yeah.
He
It's on
said,
film.
It's definitely on
I'm
wax.
about to read the comment where I was like,
It's definitely on
someone
wax.
said somebody named a Drake song that would embody black struggle. That already was debunked by you by saying nobody wants to think about war all the time.
Yeah. But
about
even
peace.
that, like, you
You-
can take I want to be successful. You could take that as a
I just want to be.
I just want to be staring at the money like it's something familiar.
So okay, so now let me listen to this clip real quick.
From if you look at Drake, especially how Kendrick pointed out in songs, like I said, I don't know Drake. The way he pointed out, bro, you coming in, you taking from What's Us, you making money with What's Us, and then you dip off, and then you go back with your people, and probably not letting us in them buildings that you can get into that we can't.
True.
But
Real
Drake
shit.
Where's
let
he dipping
Kendrick
off
in the
to?
buildings. He let ASAP Rocky in the buildings. He let Trey Songz in the
Bro,
buildings.
if you look at
He said on her loss, he said, jump on a feature, make a label feel like they need you. For
Yeah.
real. I literally, me being adjacent to you is gonna make them want to come bring you in their office. He literally put it on a song.
That's exactly.
Okay. He's dropping Drake quotes like Bible verses, but check this out. Those artists, I said in the comment section, those artists that he let in the building in quotes make him money.
And
No, he's making money for the label to give them money. He don't make money off of them. Most
Crazy. Let's be real.
Huh?
If Drake didn't know them niggas can make money, would he really let them in the door?
Yes, because he
But let me
believes
ask
in
you this
their
though.
art.
Can I ask you this?
Come on, we
Are-
just talked
are-
about this.
Hold up.
Are those artists making money off of Drake?
I mean,
Exactly.
If you-
It's a fair
Time out.
trade.
If you
Time
know
out.
if you know how the banking
Ugly as fuck.
look, if you know how the banking system works, that's literally what it is. Like they literally give money to artists. The label is literally gambling. They're taking the money they get from Drake and they're gambling on other artists. We're gonna give you 60,000. We'll give you a 20,000 advance. We're gonna give you $1 million. All of that is money Drake generated. So
Ultimately-
him letting them in the door, he doesn't earn anything extra.
Okay, y'all know what a belief bias is, right?
What is
Yeah.
that?
What is that?
A belief bias. So if I come late
Some
enough, if I come late to work on time enough, what are you gonna assume I'm gonna do the next time?
Come late.
If I come on time and do my job diligently enough, and I fuck up one time, what do I become all of a sudden? Nothing changes, right? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna become this terrible worker all of a sudden.
Just had a bad day.
So yeah, so you're gonna assume and believe that, oh, Daniel's typically a stand-up guy. He's not gonna, and if he fucks up this one time, he just had a bad day or something. If I'm fucking up all the time,
think you'll-
and I do
you'll
a
fuck
couple good days, you're like, yeah, whatever. But then I fuck up the second time, you would have a belief bias to where they want to put me on to the next job or promote me. You're gonna be like, ugh, I don't know if he's gonna come on time to that one,
Yeah.
to that next job, to that next status. So Drake, with that argument, with what you're saying, having the belief bias that the industry has given him, because he's clearly a cash cow. He's made them a bunch of money, if not millions, billions, because of tour and the cuts that they give them and the insane amounts of ticket sales that they've amassed over 15 years now. So Drake has made the industry quite literally billions. Oh, and not to mention streaming, because people like the music, and that's literally what's making him famous. He has a belief bias of what he touches becomes successful, the green thumb thing, right? Which in some instances has flopped, some instances has skyrocketed with the American crowd.
Can I ask you this? When does
up?
that flop with Drake? When has he got on some
Block
nice
Boy
songs?
JB.
It didn't flop. He made a hit for Black Boy JB that he's gonna make money off of for the rest of his
I meant
life.
the thing where you're like, hey, this is Tion. Give me 80 bands so I can make his life easier. Like that. The flop was Block Boy JB as far as him being irrelevant, nobody caring about his music. I haven't even heard a song from him ever since.
What did he
then.
say? He said, went and bought a house when you should have bought a verse, niggas dumb as fuck. Like, they gave you this advance. You should have gave it to me,
And
and
we
then
could've
I would
put
have
another
made
hit on
you
your
way
album.
more than that.
Yeah.
That's how you do business. Hey, I'm going to take you in this. Bulletproof, I'm about to take you in here, right? If they're going to give you an advance of $200,000.
Give me 100.
Okay, give me 100,000. I'm going to get on your song. You're going to recoup that 200,000 you owe them, and you're probably going to make like 600,000. So tell them you want to approve my verse. Some people say, fuck, no. I got 200,000. I'm about to go buy a house.
I'm about to
I'm
go buy
buying
a
car.
chain.
I'm going to get some hoes. And that's why he say y'all are dumb.
my-
Y'all don't know how the business works. I know the green thumb. If I hop on your song, you're 100% going to recoup the money you give me.
And
Even
then
if you
some.
give me the whole 200,000,
You're gonna get
you will
that
be
back.
able to pay the label back in a couple months.
And I honestly kind of like that happens to people, them falling
Why?
out like that, the niggas being dumb as fuck. I like that happens because you can tell and separate, no matter what industrial, no matter what artistic approach you want to take. It does show how serious you are as far as this being your job and
Yeah.
taking it seriously in the investment aspect. I like that people flop that because you can sing and dance all you want. Nobody cares about talent if it's not on display.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with that. It's just as far as like the Block Boy JPs of this, I'm sorry to make him the punching bag of this conversation, but him having that success is not promised. That one song that Drake liked and heard. Matter of fact,
Whatever the label gave him, he recouped off that one song.
Literally.
And he got out his deal. He could have got out his deal if he wanted to.
I want to that era when I was in college when that song was popping, the Look Alive or whatever, bro. I want to be the first person to probably say this on this podcast or in a while in most videos that people might not mention. I think
Block Boy JB. Remember when I told y'all are forgetting that Drake looks at them because they're already good. Remember when I told y'all that? And he blew up off of shoo before Look Alive. Yeah, sure, Drake might have came and blew numbers out the water, but he already blew himself up.
Yeah, but
With
he
that-
would have been who the mama. I told you, I'm a survivor. He would have been like him. You got a viral song. You have no backing, no stability, no marketing campaign.
And you can't really milk it. You can't. But and then this is the thing though. Now that Look Alive happened, I do want to say that Drake was inspired by Block Boy to even start using Take Keith.
Yeah.
Because Take Keith was Block Boy's. It was like Megan and that boy Lil Juke. It was like Baby and the producer he be using Turbo.
Yeah.
It was like a Future and Metro. It was like a handshake.
Yeah.
So Block Boy and Take Keith, all his songs was Take Keith, and Drake was like, and then just snatched Take Keith up out of the college dorm and said, "Come here and make this," and did sicko mode and blew the fucking like. So
Is that not what you're supposed to do as a person?
You
people say,
you are.
people say, "Hey, who have you put on?" But then the way they describe the stories about putting people
But
on,
but
is
what
like,
I'm saying is Drake gets put on too.
yeah, for sure.
Niggas
But that's about
act
being-
like it's all him being a Thanos and this
It's
bitch.
not.
Nigga,
It's
yeah.
not. But he's jumping in at the right time and helping this person that's already good, like you said, elevate and be seen by the world. Niggas would not really know who Tay Keith was without some of these Drake shit.
And I want to make sure
Niggas wouldn't know who
I wanna
Black
make
Boy
sure,
JB
I want to make sure
was.
we get what the whole consensus of what I'm saying in this whole episode is. Drake could be more swaggy. Title it that. Title it. Drake could be more swaggy
No,
with
I
three,
would have-
with three
I
dots.
would-
With three
However
dots. With
long
three
the
dots.
video is, it's gonna be. It look like it's gonna be like 145, right? I'm gonna title this 1 hour and 45 minutes of Drake hate. That's what I'm gonna title it. That's what I'm titling it.
And make one of the excerpts. Drake could be more swaggy with three dots because
It's crazy.
if Party was where Drake is, I'd be glazing. I'd be dick riding. I'd be
But he'd be a
my
machine,
goats.
though.
He'd be a machine.
Yeah.
He'd be a machine, but he'd be a sexy machine. The fuck? He'd be a dark-skinned, bearded dreadhead from Mississauga, full-blood Jamaican
Hold on,
that
th-
knows how to sing and rap. Fuck out of
Hold
here.
on, hold on.
What?
Does that make you feel better that he
Yes, it
looks
does.
like you?
No,
Hold on,
not,
you
no.
know-
Fuck colorism. Fuck color. Not even just that. The swag that comes with the potent culture. You can't machine, right? Let's say they make Party Next Door do a ounce type of song. Make a damn honestly never mind. I'm still not gonna be mad because I'm gonna hear the concrete nigga in his voice. I'm gonna hear and envision this nigga that came from Jamaica that could be in there scratching his booty and
What
and
is a
breaking
concrete nigga to you?
full-blooded nigga.
As hold up, hold up.
Two niggas?
A purebred?
Purebred.
As
Two
a-
niggas.
hold up.
Concrete nigga.
As a Nigerian, you tell me
Who is a concrete
what
nigga,
is
by the
a
way?
concrete nigga, please.
Concrete nigga is two niggas to me. That is two niggas that created one nigga. It's like Super Saiyan. Like,
What is a nigga? What is that?
okay. That's a layman term. A black man, a melanated human, right?
Okay.
I call myself a concrete nigga because I'm two black people. I'm two from
Two
the same two Nigerian people. If I was a Egyptian and Nigerian, I wouldn't be no damn concrete nigga. I'd be black. I'd be an African. I'd be a full blood African. But I feel like one and one, like Party Next Door's parents being Jamaican and Jamaican, making one Jamaican strand and being that cool on the big screen is dope to me. Drake being half Jewish and half Memphis 10, nigga, that shit don't fucking impress me because you were bound to do something cool because you're light skinned. I'm being colorist. Yes, I'm gonna
He
because
said I'm being colorist.
I'm being colorist. You were bound to do some shit that most fully dark or fully white people don't do.
Do you want to know why though?
Why?
Because you know what a bell curve is?
What the hell is that? No, what is that? No.
Oh Lord. And
Oh, yeah.
So do you know
The
do you know what the
graph,
concept
yeah.
you know what the concept of a bell curve is?
No, what is the concept?
So the bell curve basically shows you the standard deviation of things. It shows you the exact center, what the average is, then it shows you the far bounds of it, right?
Yeah.
So you have the whitest person in the world, you have the blackest person in the world. If you put every person on a bell curve, most people between the first standard deviations, 64% of people would be inside of that. Those would be darker skinned white people and fairer skinned black people. It's not that people dislike dark skinned people or super white people, it's that most people exist in the middle. right? That's the biggest demographic is
That is
people who
true.
are not the darkest and people who
Anymore.
are not the lightest.
Anymore because of the mixing and the population being the way it is. But yeah,
Is that a negative?
it's not a negative. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Stereotypically,
It's just
it
more-
is negative. Stereotypically, people find some. I'm already different from you, bruh. But a nigga's still gonna find some shit to make sure we have this big wedge between us. So what
That's called individuality.
So
though.
I,
Welcome to the land
we,
of America.
We
buddy.
understand that,
Buddy, he said,
welcome to. We understand that individuality. We understand, but I'm talking about industry wise or a projection, like how something is showing something as something, right?
But that's self projection though, because
not for me. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing and hearing.
Well,
I don't
you
dislike-
look at Party Next Door, and the message he put out is more digestible to you because you see something that you feel is closer to you.
But I'm not Jamaican though. And okay, look closer to me, right? So one of my favorite artists, two of my favorite
You
artists,
said two nigga.
three of my favorite artists.
Potent nigga.
Potent nigga, right? It's fun to see a potent nigga, right? It's fun. But three of my favorite artists, one of them doesn't even speak English as her first language, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She's fully Russian and sings in Japanese. I'm not sitting here like, oh, well, big
You
screen.
feel like she's potent?
I'll feel like she's a potent Russian person, right? But check this out though.
Who would you be to say that if you're not Russian?
But I'd be happy. Don't get it twisted. I'd be just as happy because she's on the big screen.
I'm not gonna lie, this goalpost is moving further and
Yeah.
further.
No, it can move further, but just
The thing is, bro,
as long
listen,
as y'all understand my point. As long as
I
y'all-
get your
because
point.
Drake being you said 64%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Drake is in that 64%, right?
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, it's like he's the best of both worlds and the worst of both worlds, right? But if I see one polar in their own world being on that level of display, even being a machine, I'm still gonna be happy.
But that's the
I'm
thing.
still gonna be happy.
But that's the thing, though. Even if you're in the center, that doesn't make you more like anybody on the bounds. That's just complexion. That is like
Behavior too.
That,
Behavior too.
you think behavior is
Behavior,
genetic?
behavior as well.
But can you
Bro.
look into the camera and tell me behavior is genetic?
Behavior is genetic.
Oh my lord!
It has to be. Guys, get spiritual with me real quick.
Learned.
It is learned, but certain things that we see as
Environment.
normal. Okay, yeah, environment does change. Bro, the first thing we talked about was adaptation, right? Come on, guys, let's get biological
So if
here.
you're,
Come on.
so, hold up. So if you're adapting to your environment,
Okay.
is it your skin color that made you do it, or is
No,
it your
no.
environment that made you do
Skin
it?
color is just easier to classify and associate with. I'm not dense and I'm not stupid. I'm not saying like because you're light skinned you can't be a Buddhist. I'm not stupid. I'm saying typically what comes with the light skinned man is this. What comes with the dark skinned man is this. What comes with the
Those
African
are
is
called
this.
stereotypes.
So what comes?
Yes.
What,
No. We stereotype.
Hold up. Do you?
What comes with?
No. Let me.
No, go ahead.
No, wait,
I'm
let me say
screaming
this
'cause you
one
light
thing.
skinned.
I got one thing
Yeah,
to
what
say.
comes with that?
So when you say light skin and dark skin, do you see dark skin as more masculine?
Not necessarily.
So what is the difference?
But naturally, what occurs?
So naturally, dark skinned people are more.
A darker skinned African male.
Listen. So darker skinned people are more masculine naturally than light skinned people.
What do they put through more than light skinned people?
Can you answer?
Yeah, what is it?
Yes or no?
Typically, yes.
Okay.
Stereotypically, yes.
Okay. So do you think that dark skinned women are more masculine than light skinned women?
Stereotypically, I can't say yes. Because they all act the same. Light skinned women and dark skinned women, they low key act. I've seen masculine light skinned women.
So it's not their skin color that makes them that way, then,
Yeah.
right?
Then what is it?
I agree with y'all as far as environment, but like guys,
But you got to remember,
But what
there was
about
a
white and
time
black,
in
though?
history. You got to remember, there's a time, and this is, I think people take now and they always try to work backwards. Let's go back to the beginning of time and work this way. How did we get to where people say, yo, Africa, they had civilizations, they loved everybody, they had stuff of the land and blah, blah, blah. How do we get from that to this?
watering down.
But what though?
People not telling you the truth. Y'all been to Africa
What is the
before?
truth?
Y'all been to
I've
Nigeria?
never been.
No,
Y'all
I've
been,
been
y'all
to
been to
Nigeria.
anywhere in Africa?
Not at an age I can remember.
Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, y'all haven't been to Africa. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking that because I think it's worth going
not because you're so dumb and you don't know anything and so mundane, and because you may, maybe not even say that, you will get a better sense of my point.
No,
when you
I
go
do.
and
No,
see,
I do get what you're saying, but
Like-
how do we get from people, black supremacists? They'll say the first human was a black woman on
Hell
Africa,
nah.
right?
yeah,
If that's true,
I don't believe
how do we get from that, the first woman being a black woman in Africa on a motherland, all the way to now we're at,
light skin and dark skin.
yeah. He
no.
who will be first shall be last, and
Last,
who
yeah.
is last. Like,
I don't believe in
what,
that.
what
bro.
does this mean?
The black supremacists that say that
does
bullshit.
mean?
I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not,
I don't believe it either.
I'm not an extremist, bro. I don't.
Oh, we got some black supremacists that was on here.
Nah, nigga.
Oh,
They,
yeah, bro.
y'all
They
niggas
did
are wild.
that. They did that.
They finessed us to get on here.
Yeah.
They told us they were a youth advocate group.
Hell no, bro. Y'all niggas are fried. I don't know
Yeah.
about all that, but no. I'm just being real. And then even Michael Jackson. That's a great because if you want to argue that point as far as so you're saying it's more digestible? Yeah, pretty much because
So
Michael
would you say
Jackson.
the same thing about Prince then? Because Prince was light skinned his whole life.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna speak on Prince because I don't know too much about him. I personally did not know too much about. I can't make solid points about a nigga that I did not study.
Yeah, true. I'll give you that.
Michael Jackson, however, I seen this nigga be black and turn white. I seen him turn himself into the more, edible, digestible.
You think he turned
desirable.
himself into that? He had vitiligo. You don't believe he did? This is crazy. People can't even have skin diseases no more.
He had vitiligo and did that.
Yes.
Guys, he even wore makeup. Come on.
I mean, as an artist,
Yeah,
like
you gotta
as an
keep up an
artist,
image.
like you have to adapt, right?
Yes.
If part of your skin is going a certain color, do I want to pop out as a
Yeah.
101 Dalmatian?
I do.
Or am I just going to commit to my whole skin going to the?
Committing is
And
fine.
further to that
but what
point-
happened? He was putting attachments in his hair. Say
But
again?
at that time, the world was so judgmental, and you can get away with judging people like that.
Yep.
Niggas were legitimately being bullied.
Racist as fuck. Yeah.
Now, bully somebody with vitiligo. You
Yeah,
are
they gonna
canceled.
beat your ass. Yeah, everybody gonna
canceled.
beat your ass for you.
Look at what's the
Winnie Harlow.
Winnie Harlow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody embraced it, but I guarantee
They
you
love it
back
too.
then they would not embrace that show with Michael Jackson. They'd
Even
be
back,
like, what is this?
You saying back then, even when she was younger, she was getting bullied about
Yeah.
that.
So
I mean,
I
I'm not.
I completely understand because
but-
he had to adjust.
But
and
don't
adapt.
y'all think? Because y'all kind of are being a little bit more realistic than
I think-
theoretic.
No, I
y'all,
think-
y'all don't think maybe that was some industry shit to turn white and have
No.
clips in your hair?
I think these are natural. It is natural for people to select for things that are most like them. It's a survival tactic.
Okay,
If
okay.
that's why you have tribalism. My tribe, we do this thing with our
True.
earrings, and so we can identify each other. So if we are ever in a place, I know who is part of my group and who's not. But people have took that ideology in a world that has now become mixed, and they try to still use it.
have
which
y'all
is-
have y'all seen Michael Jackson with vitiligo before he turned? Did y'all see the pictures of him?
What do you mean? Like as he started to transition from Thriller to Bad?
Did y'all see any
Yeah,
vitiligo?
yes. You can see his skin fading from Thriller to Bad.
Yeah.
In my 26 years of life, maybe I've been lied to.
I mean, Michael Jackson was. What year were you born? You were like what?
98.
So Michael Jackson died when you were 7, bruh.
Michael Jackson. Let me see. Yeah, when I was about that.
Oh wow.
What's
News
up?
just dropped.
What?
Diddy's attorney files a motion to withdraw as his legal counsel.
Oh, that's
ahead of
dope.
his trial. Under no circumstances can I continue, is what he said. Ladies and gentlemen, they got
GG's
him.
in the chat,
Hey, they
man.
got
Got
him. They got him.
Okay, you said from what Thriller to Bad, right?
From Thriller to Bad, that's when
Like
the,
if you literally, you can look at him get lighter. And I think when the Pepsi shit happened, it made it worse. Because I think that's when he did the
the
bleaching.
halftime.
Yeah.
When did he ever
Commercial?
have? This is my first time seeing him with vitiligo marks or anything. Wow. And the nigga turned white and started wearing makeup. Interesting.
You have it like he had a decision to make, or he had choices to make from freaking PYT to human. No, what's that one where he's holding on to the trees?
Earth Song?
Yeah, Earth Song. Like there was a transition there,
There was.
and you got to think like even when you look back then, there was no Instagram to keep up with
Nope.
his day to day.
You
It was
didn't
like,
see it.
hey, but next time you go outside, we got to make sure you're perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Versus like filters and AI where you can hide for a month.
Yeah. Or not even show up. Like the only way somebody could see you is if somebody finds a camera and takes a picture of you.
That's it.
Now, somebody walk down the store, you got 10,000 cameras you walk by every day.
So if vitiligo got so bad,
Yeah, that they transitioned his whole.
because the nigga looked like a white dude right here. Like,
Yep.
wow. Well, that's interesting as far as
Hey
branding.
man, the
and
more you
marketing
know,
goes.
Brad, the more
The
you
more
know.
you know.
He said the more you know.
I think like the bigger you get in the industry, you will appreciate the Drakes of the world, man.
yeah.
I appreciate Drake. I was singing I want my baby to have your eyes. Like I was singing that shit, but that was my shit when that shit came out. But when the tape dropped, my coworker was like, "You heard Scorpion yet?" I was like, "No." They said, "You crazy, man." I'm like, "What the fuck? Did I do something wrong?" Like you niggas is tripping. Like slick. Artists is gonna be what the fuck they gonna be. It don't take my play or my share to make them who they're gonna be.
You don't want people to feel that way about your music?
Oh, I ain't gonna cap.
Got to the root of the
Maybe
problem.
not.
What?
Because if a nigga has to lie to be
What is
into me,
lying is a taste.
if they have to gas it up like that to be into me, I kind of don't want them to be into me.
But maybe some people love it that much. I know people who can eat
Okay.
Popeyes every day. I cannot. I don't think Popeyes is like that to
Is
eat
that
every
great?
day. Popeyes is good once every 6 to 10 weeks. Okay,
Okay.
once. Like, but it's not. I would say I can eat Chick-fil-A every day. I cannot eat Popeyes every day.
I want niggas to know that I'm that nigga. I want niggas to be. Okay, y'all gonna be mad at me, and y'all gonna make fun of me because y'all are Drake fans. Y'all are more on his side than Kendrick.
I am
want,
Okay, go ahead.
I
I'll
want
let you
people to
finish.
see me as the nigga that can oppose Drake if need be. Like we're all chilling. We're all on standby, right?
It's competition. Told
We're-
you.
we're all-
the problem.
He said it's us.
But I want it to be. He said, "How do you want the fans to be?"
Yeah.
I want them to have such a grounded sense of me that they're like, Daniel could take them. Bulletproof
You
could take
see
them.
how like when you're number one, and I was gonna make this point earlier. I'm gonna make it in a second. But like when you're number one, people aren't even trying to be the best. They're just trying to beat you.
That's it.
Like that's a hip. You're
Big Sean said it.
You were hypnotized like with hatred. If your goal,
It's in your blood.
If your goal is to get somewhere to beat somebody, then
Okay.
what
okay.
if your best
Okay.
isn't good enough to beat Drake? Would you be okay with that?
Ooh.
Yes. That means I'm actually secure. That means you're secure.
how are you
If
actually
I can't,
secure
if
if
I
you
can't
wanna
pull
be the guy
if I can't
that
pull
can
the baddest
oppose
girl,
Drake?
if I can't pull the baddest girl in the room,
I
I
told
could,
you.
I could
We
pull.
found a route.
If I can't
We
pull,
found a
if I
route.
can't pull the
We
baddest
got
girl, if I can't pull the baddest girl in the room, but I
We're
can
trying
pull
to
the
do.
baddest girl to me, do I really care who has the baddest girl? Drake has hit some of the baddest girls on earth. Do I care to cuff them? I'm happy with my cool little average female that makes this and
You
wants
see
to
how
be
you
with me.
call her average? You said the baddest girl
If
to
she's
me, but
average-
then you called her average.
If she's average in reality, like no gassing up, no lies, because niggas be writing love stories and they be a girl that I wouldn't even hit type shit, right?
That's because there's more than just surface level.
Okay, but
Jesus
we're men.
Christ.
We're men, though. We're men. Like no shallow shit, because I love women. I really do love the core of women and how like solid women are and good women are. I do love that. You know, I'm a Bible man. I love me a you know what I'm saying a Proverbs woman, but.
Make sure niggas ain't boot me.
Well, you funny. I love me a Proverbs 31 woman, or wherever the verse that was, right? But at the same time, regarding superficial niggas like Drake, who cares about hitting the baddest girls, just being as shallow as I will be for him in that convo, am I really worried? Because you said, oh, what if my best isn't enough to beat Drake? Okay, entrepreneur. Now I'm thinking entrepreneur, right? If your business is making if you're making 100 million a year in your business, but your competitors or your predecessors are making $1 billion a year, are you losing sleep because of their billions?
But you got to understand the first premise of what you said was I
if-
want to be the person who can oppose Drake if need be.
No. I said I want my fans to be the like you got that, you can do that. Even if I'm like
But why
guys,
is that but when you say that, you in your head are saying my measuring stick is if they think I can beat him, not if they think I can become the best person I think in my head. And I think that's where
that's
people,
for me. That's for me. I want to be the person sleeping at night thinking like, am I the best in my head? Yes, I am. My fans don't need to do that because they're not making the songs for me. They're not writing the songs. Daniel's gonna be the best. Here's a song, be the best. No, that's my job. It's literally my job to get my checks to do that. I just want them with regarding what you said about. Don't you want your fans to gas you up that much? I said no because I don't want them to gas me up and lie. I want them to gas me up and feel it. People be acting like Drake is the savior of music, bro. They literally act like this nigga saved it
Financially,
It didn't go nowhere. There was
because he was there. You don't know what.
Let me
world
tell
was
y'all
if he
something about
wasn't
this
there.
damn industry. If it wasn't gonna be Drake, a nigga named Aubrey Graham, it was gonna be somebody else.
Hold up. Do you think Michael Jordan saved the NBA?
I don't think he saved anything.
If Michael Jordan didn't exist, the NBA probably would have went under. If Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese did not exist, the WNBA would be
Okay.
here.
Do y'all
compared to
think
where
that
it's at.
somebody else
when
could have
LeBron
been?
retires,
What's gonna happen?
there's a reason why
questions.
these things are happening.
So there's
a lot
nobody
of
that's gonna be
questions.
after LeBron to do what LeBron did.
No,
No.
they have no person that they believe that in now. That's why when LeBron was coming up, he was in high school. They was
The
calling him the
phenom.
chosen one. There's a reason they were saying these things because we need to build you up so that when you come to the NBA, you can take this thing that when Michael Jordan retired.
You sound a little bit like you don't know. I know you know, but before Drake there was who?
Before Drake was Wayne.
Before Wayne,
50.
there was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
There was the
Okay,
amphibian.
we're talking about hip hop though.
Even there was even with hip hop, there was an amphibian. I'm talking about music though, honestly.
Okay,
because
music.
Drake is a
Music.
pop star.
Yeah.
There was an amphibian before that, and then the amphibian before that was supposed to be Elvis because rock and roll was everybody's favorite shit, or rock or blues or whatever. So, and before that, there was people that the industry wanted to be on the big screen way before any of these singing niggas. So, I'm not about to sit here and act like Michael Jordan was the LeBron.
Work meeting.
Okay.
You gotta go.
We got like 10 minutes. We'll be, yeah, right.
Well, thank y'all. Shout out to y'all, by the way. Shout out to people of Atlanta
They
for
blow my
this.
shit up.
I love this.
But
I love this.
but all I want to say is like
There's gonna be another Drake.
the
The
Is
industry,
there?
the industry. I just told
there
y'all.
has never been a Drake before.
Michael Jackson was the Drake before.
No, Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson.
No, Michael Jackson was exactly.
Now a nigga named Ninja is gonna come out in 10 years with music, and he's gonna be a singing electronic EDM pop singing rap. Come on, guys. There's gonna be somebody else. Like I'm not so green to think that the industry won't.
But
reinvent
how long did it
itself.
take?
What do you mean?
How long did it take? Michael
We're
Jackson
humans.
was
It took a
Yeah, because the gap between Michael Jackson,
That gap
because
was-
Tupac was not Tupac was not Drake or Michael. He was not Michael Jackson. So the gap between Michael Jackson, Thriller dropped in 82, 84. Bad dropped in 88, 89, I think. And then History dropped in early 90s, right? Between the 90s and 2012, 2013, when Drake had the One Dance,
Who was it?
there was no mega star in that thing. There was a lot of medium-sized stars.
They tried to make it.
But there was never.
Beyonce.
They tried to make it Beyonce. Wayne was doing his thing in rap. Kanye was doing his thing, but none of
But
them
there
were
was
Drake.
no one that was at the top of the mountain.
But guys, that's up to the industry and the sacrifice you're willing to go, how far you're willing to go. Because think about it, right? When I go to Macy's, did I ask to hear that shit on the radio?
No,
I did not.
but that's programming, though.
Yeah, but they choose it. If a nigga made a song that's digestible enough or whatever the fuck, and you know what, I like this, buddy. Shake hands on it. They'll put it everywhere they need to. They'll make you that star. And then don't be handsome.
Yeah.
And don't be tall. Because then people will see you and oh my God, get posters of you and shit.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber became that nigga for the boys. Taylor Swift was the one for the girls. So he was every 16-year-old girl I knew in my class had a poster of that nigga or a crush on him.
Yeah.
So it's like the industry will do that. I feel like there'll be another Drake. We just don't know who it is.
All right. Our next time on Dragon Ball Z, before Tion gets fired, okay, tell everybody where they can find you.
The Bulletproof Baby.
We'll be back in 6 months.
Y'all
okay?
already know
We'll
what's
see
up.
what
Back in
you
6.
think.
Y'all already know me.
Hey, just go ahead and cut your comments off. All right.
Hey, yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, he's
go ahead. and
fried.
We're
cut
gonna
your
see.
comments
We're gonna
off.
see what Drake is gonna do. We're gonna see who the next.
Hey, the Drake Alchemist album is on the way.
I feel like I might be the next Drake. It might be me.
Y'all like, comment,
Personally-
subscribe, all that great stuff.
Personally-
You make good music, though. You had next Don Toliver maybe.
Personally, I don't want to be the next Drake. That's a lot of pressure, but my music is good enough for that.
But listen, y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Listen, we gotta Well, Omar's a Drake hater, so we'll have him on here
Yeah.
soon. But
We gotta stop.
He wants
I
to
feel like
be.
people think this is a Drake pod, and it's not that.
He wants
it's
to
just
be.
that's what's going on right now.
yeah,
It's a lot of Drake shit going on right now. But I mean, he's the biggest in the world.
Dropping his name like crazy. He gonna rap about this shit too. Watch.
facts.
Shit.
They saying my name and the people of Atlanta.
That would be hard.
Yo, Drake come sit here.
Oh my god.
Just know.
Hey, just know you're going to become famous because Drake
I'm
comes
gonna block
sit here and
y'all.
blow
I'm
up
gonna block
my-
y'all. I'm gonna block
Hey man,
y'all.
listen, y'all like how subscribe all that great stuff.
We outta
Peace.
here.